Fraggle in from back in the day for this end of year blockbuster, and Frags is going to do a bit of an intro, a bit of a build up on a little bit of history on Sidewalk, and yeah, good, great to see you again, Frags.
All right, Steve, how's it going, mate?
It's all good. So you're going to give us a little breakdown on Dolby before he jumps in?
Yeah, give you a little breakdown. Basically, this extravaganza, end of year extravaganza, quite an important one, to be honest, because you'll hear from the horse's mouth about some historical events, some historical dates, etc. As an example, to hear it from the horse's mouth for the original two crews, the two foundation or superstar crews. Now there would always be crews, whether you're from London, whether you're out of London, etc, but I'm on about the two crews that, to be honest, the first televised crews that people looked up to, which was Micron and Sidewalk. And what you'll learn from speaking to Dolby, him, yeah. What you'll hear about speaking to Dolby is that basically that he was with Sidewalk, what it was like to be in Sidewalk, and then the other regards of not a lot of people know that Dolby, before he joined Sidewalk, was actually going to be a member of Micron. So it'd be a very interesting interview today, because you'd be able to get the actual background information, locations and so forth.
And even we're going to go back even further before Sidewalk. We're going to go back to the start.
That's right. We're going back to, let's strip it down. We're going back to, back in London, you only had two paths, as I mentioned, before. You were either solid, or you were a reggae man. Simple. They before hip hop or electro came along, they were the two paths.
Soul and reggae, wasn't it? Yeah.
Soul or reggae. Do you know what I mean? You was a solid or a reggae man. So we're going back to basically to the reggae days.
We're going back to the proper roots.
The proper roots. The proper roots. Do you know what I mean? That's where we're going back.
Right. Well, let's go and pick Dolby up. Yes. Yeah, go on.
Got the window, yeah? There you go, that's the window, yeah?
What, that window up there?
Yep.
And what did you do?
Well, that window is a little toilet, yeah?
Yeah, there's a little toilet up there.
Basically, I used to sneak out of that window,
yeah,
come out of it, jump onto the wall, and basically walk down the wall.
Oh, onto that wall down?
On the street. And then when I'm coming back from the clubs late at night,
yeah,
that's how I'm coming back. I used to leave it open, but I used to come up the wall like that, jump up onto the ledge, lift the window up and climb in.
And straight through the, that's the toilet window.
Hold up. It's like, yo, what's Tom Cruise's shit? Mission Impossible things. I've got to be quiet, yeah, as well. Can you see the feet? Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you see the daring?
I don't know, how did you not break your leg?
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's like...
A few times though, there was a few times, you come home from a club and it's like, you've been dancing all night or whatever, you can catch a cramp. I caught a cramp a few times.
And then bust your leg up.
I was just hanging for a while,
So there's from that window, And that's the house you grew up in as well, isn't it?
This is the house I grew up in. This is the house where Dolby D was born. Right up to the top there, right at the top there with the peak, with the balcony, right up the top of the balcony, go left, left,
I
left.
can't get it because of the
there you
angle.
go, yeah, keep going to the left. There, the balcony there, that was my bedroom.
Yeah.
That's where I was pounding down the floors.
So that's proper history, isn't it? That is proper history. Right, we're at Hilly Fields Park in, was this Brockley?
This is Brockley.
Brockley. The hilltop.
Where the Boy Fresh was born. Not where I was actually born, but where the Boy Fresh was born.
And give us, Dolby.
I became a man.
Dolby, give me a bit of history about this place here.
Well, Brockley, this is like, I think, the highest point of Brockley. And basically, I grew up here. My road I grew up on is kind of the road behind this one at the bottom there. But you see the view and the view of London you get from it. It's just a really nice park, a really chilled out
That's
area.
amazing view, isn't it?
I didn't really think of it as the hood, you know. I grew up in a really bad neighborhood and all that shit. It was more, this is just where I grew up and it was nice. Hilly Fields Park was always somewhere to hang out and do things and that. There's a lot more to it, obviously, you'll be able to see in the day, but it's night now, but the view is just always amazing, even in the day. But this is Brockley. This is the hilltop.
Let's pan round. I think that's the term, pan round there. Because it's night, you can't really get a good idea, but yeah, it looks nice.
I used to do like daring stunts. One of my daring stunts was, because I lived on the road behind, you got the road, and then you got the garden there, and then you got another garden behind that, and then the home, and then there's that road at the bottom there. Yeah? There was a way.
There was a way through.
There was a way.
Don't give away that secret.
No, we don't have to get detailed with that.
Exactly.
That was a bit of fun.
But no, it's a nice bit of history as well, Dolby. And obviously this is a slightly different kind of like cab chat as well, because you've got Frags in the back as well. So you all good as well, Frags?
All good, mate. All good. Yeah.
Dolbs, first two questions for you. Let's get cracking with this thing, because we ain't taking no prisoners today, and you know that.
Let's get to the point. Yeah, let's get to the point.
Let's get to the nitty gritty.
Oh.
Yeah, basically, what was it like? Where are you from, and what was it like growing up as a kid?
I was born in a little island off the coast of Venezuela in the West Indies called Trinidad and Tobago. I come here when I was 6 years old.
You were six. What? You moved straight to London?
Straight to London, and I'm losing the accent. And basically, we lived at Clifton Rise. Yeah, when I first came here for a few years, and then we moved to Brockley. So Brockley is where I mainly grew up. Proper at the hilltop, like behind Hilly Fields Park. SELT.
That's right. And so when you was growing up, what kind of music was you like listening to? Was you into the popular music?
Well, at first from Trinidad, obviously it's the soca music. Jump up, wind up. Yeah, it was always surrounded by that as such. So then you came to England, and obviously you get exposed to pop music and English music and that sort of thing.
And the popular music, what sort of things was you listening to?
Well, anything that was out then, really. I mean, you know, Top of the Pops was a big thing back then. So weekly, people tuned into music, Top of the Pops at the very least. There was very few big radio stations then, even with just Capital really was the main ones that's jump out to me at the moment.
I mean, Top of the Pops was a must, wasn't it? It was on a Thursday night, wasn't it?
Thursday night, yeah. It was an event.
The top 40.
Top 40 was an event, yeah. It was. Everyone tuned into it. Whether you was into music in a particular way or not, it was just a great show because it was the charts.
And then, you know, was you into the reggae sound as well?
Well, the thing is, I wasn't into any particular music at first, or into music in any particular way. But I enjoyed music, and I liked to jump around and whatnot. And then obviously coming to England, exposed to other black people, which were mainly West Indians, where I come from, mainly Jamaicans, and reggae music now. And then even coming to England and being the accent different, and being exposed to English people and English culture, it was different for me. Even then understanding that, you know, not all West Indians are Trinidadian, that was different, and finding out this Jamaican things and Jamaican music. So I used to hang with a lot of reggae, man. B.I. Posse, Biko, Stixie, Active, you don't know, Todd, yeah? Even man like Dawkins, yeah? From the Flatlands, the Badlands. In fact, we're going near the Flatlands, the Badlands now.
Well,
yeah?
I was just about to say, we're in New Cross now. So
Yeah, you see the venue there?
yeah.
There's the hill there, that's Clifton Rise.
Clifton Rise,
It's
that's
just a
right.
little hill, but at the foot of the hill is where my house used to be, where I first lived. So growing up, I tell you that, coming to England, I heard of cold, yeah, and they said it's gonna be cold, but I had no idea it was gonna be cold. The first few weeks when the winter hit, yeah, when I first went to school, which was a year later, when I first came to primary school, I swear I was just in a corner like that, shivering, nose running, everything, like, it was unbelievable. But yeah, so listening to the reggae music, and around then the toasting and the chatting and the mixing down and all that was a big thing for
Listen,
them, and the
what-
sound systems.
Listen, what years are we talking about here?
These are years we're
the-
talking,
the late 70s.
We're talking late 70s, because
Yeah.
you're coming in the final years of primary school, going into secondary school, which is around like 1980 or 81. Actually, 81 I actually went first year primary school. You see what I mean? So
Where'd you
music
go
and
for-
everything was starting to, you know, at those ages, you're starting to choose a side, or, you know, be into a certain thing and a certain music. There was lots of kids, reggae kids, into toasting and chatting. Yeah, that was the thing then. Right here, we're coming in. We're in the Flatlands now.
Well, I tell you what, we're coming into like near Fordham Park.
Yep.
And I know there's a lot of history here for you round here. So I'll tell you what, instead of doing this in the back of the cab, should we jump out here and
No, I don't think this one is such a good venue here, because I didn't really hang out here much, but this was a great place. This didn't used to be such a park with things. It was just mainly just grass. But there was a little place here called Moonshot. And it's still there. It was basically an epicenter for the people around here. And the sound systems and that sort of thing going down. Lots of sound system events and whatnot. And later on it turned into lots of workshops and stuff for the community. But where I really want to take you with the reggae thing, one of the things we want to talk about is one of the first dances that I really kind of got attuned to, like, this is something. Do a right here and then a left. Yeah?
So you're going to tell me about the skanking?
Well, this is where you read my mind. This is where we're going.
Because
this,
listen, we need to take it back to the start.
left there.
We need to take it back to the start.
This is exactly where I want to take you. This, if I remember correctly. Yep. Just stop here a sec.
Should we jump out
I
here?
can't see. I need to see where I am. I ain't been there in time.
Yeah, we just got out of the cab. We're down in New Cross at the Woodpecker Estate, where Dolby spent. When was this? Like the 70s, Dolby?
Yeah, late 70s.
Late 70s.
Or, no, actually, for me, it's come like 1980.
1980.
Really just 1980. One day I heard about it or whatever, and I came down one day. And where we're at right here, this road, if you keep walking straight up, past the park, past everything, you come to
Clifton Rise.
Clifton Rise. I mean, everyone knows the venue, yeah? When I first came to the UK, that's where I first lived, on the actual foothill of
Clifton Rise.
Clifton Rise.
Yeah.
But from there, you walk all the way down here, but this is where you're walking to. This is the excitement. You're coming down here. Back here used to be like nothing but tower blocks on either side. Big tower blocks on either side.
There was loads of blocks. There's one block there, but that's the only block left.
Yeah, and I think even that was a kind of newish block, because there was older blocks even than those coloured ones before. Yeah? They were all grey before. Now they went coloured. That's slightly different. And they were taller before as well. But anyway, people are really coming here. This is Woodpecker. Have a look at that there, this little epicenter here. And right there where that friend lies, was really the, what would you call it, like a hall, and they used to have functions there and stuff. Let alone come Saturdays and the weekends and stuff, there always used to be a sound playing there, and sound clashes. So the whole sound clash thing, that was going on then. The whole
Because this was proper Saxon territory, wasn't it?
Saxon was just coming up then, type thing. Shaka ruled the thing, Coxon ruled the thing then. You see what I'm saying? Saxon was just coming up then. To me anyway. But yeah, also with regards to that, as I said, you've got lyrics, you've got mixing down. That was a very big thing, how you mix a man down when he's rhyming. That was
Tell me a little bit about that, mixing down.
well, mixing down. It was more with the
Toasting.
Toasting,
either the
bubbling.
knob or the fader. They used to have either a knob or a fader.
Right.
And it would just be either bringing the music in or out at certain points to accentuate how the MC's rhyming. Also, they used to mess with the actual EQs as these things are going along. Sometimes they would drop out the treble and just have the bass, and vice versa.
Echo
and
chamber.
Echo chamber.
Oh, the echo chamber,
all them
classic,
things.
yeah,
People were
yeah.
going mad scientist, mad professor then with the electronics and the music. That's what the dub was about then. So a lot of things were sparked then, but the main thing I was trying to get to was the skanking.
The skanking. Yeah, so tell me about the
There was a
skanking.
dance associated with that.
Because that's originally like a Jamaican...
There's usually a dance associated with every kind of music.
Yeah.
There's always a dance associated with every kind of music. At this time, one of the underground dances was called skanking. Yeah, and to me, how I saw it, it was not so much... It could be about a dance. Sometimes it would kick off in the circle as in terms of two man sort of just going at it, but to me it was more an expression of dancing it called gollybonking, and that was like a play on what
Gollybonking?
people used to call black people back then. One of the words they used to call them, like
Right.
gollywogs. A man used to gollybonk, yeah. But let me get you another tune, and I kind of try.
Can you give me
demonstrate.
like a little
Yeah, I kinda
demonstration of
demonstrate
a bit of
for you.
skanking? Frags, can you like join in as well and do a bit of skanking?
The battle.
a skanking battle.
To big up a man like Dion, man.
Well,
Dion from Micron.
back in the days as well, Dion from Micron crew, yeah, he
Dion from Micron.
before he was Micron, he used to be a big time skanker. And around that time, he was known for bringing the robot into the skanker. Yeah? And this was a big tune to skank to then. Watch the right stick. Make sure you get a full
The original skanking style.
That's a little something.
I love it. I love it. I love
I
it.
weren't no skanker, but at the same time,
Listen, tell me as well about the robot, because
well, that's a good actual question. I was about to actually go there.
let's drop the robot, because
at
the
the same
robot was
time-
going on with the reggae thing as well, wasn't it?
At the same time, what you've also got, as I said, you was either a reggae man or a soul head more time if you was black. There wasn't really much else then.
And was Dion doing the robot?
Well, part of it, you see him doing a robot, he used to do it as part of his
Dion
skanking.
from Micron.
Because part of the skanking was you would take on
a man's head
things. Take a man's head off, you do the basketball thing, throw him through the hoop, and then you maybe do the robot thing on him, and I don't know, I wasn't that into it or whatever,
Yeah,
but
but Dion was the man.
around it.
Dion was the
Dion was
man.
one of the mans then.
So when would you say Dion from Micron was doing the robot?
1980, 81.
80,
80, because
80.
and Buck Rogers and all them things. People were being influenced by
Yeah,
that
that's right.
from then.
The Metal Mickey and all
It
that.
wasn't about okay,
Metal
there's
Mickey.
popping and all that.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing. It was just about the robot. People just used the robot.
Dion, robot, Don Skanker.
But at the same time, that's one scene. That's the reggae side. But as I said, from the soulhead side,
Was you into the soul
soulhead
thing as well?
side, it's more like this. A man's is on their ting. But Frags knows more about this. I was not a soulhead at all. But I know you mans used to try and be all sweet and smooth. You get me? And sometimes man wore a brooch. Yo, I'm not even lying to you.
It's true.
But you've got this side of things now, and the girls are really
And the
into
soul thing, yeah,
because
yeah.
reggae is really big around that time, and then there's a lot of things with coming with that, with regards to some of the badness and it being a bit dangerous and things like that. But the soul was seen more of a party thing and the girls thing and so on. So, yeah.
Yeah, so the soul thing was important as well.
Well, yes, that was a movement that was also going on at the same time. In parallel.
Soul or reggae,
Soul
yeah,
or
yeah.
reggae. Simple as that. But, and yeah,
I love that skanking.
thank you.
I give you 7 out of 10 for that. You ain't done it for a while, have you?
Oh, I never really used to do it. I'm probably better at it than I used to be at it.
I'll tell you what, should we nip up to Childers?
Yes, let's go Childers, and I'll give you a little story there.
skate park.
We'll
Give us a little story.
link
Where to the skate park?
We'll link the story of how I could have been in the Micron crew before I was Sidewalk.
Yeah, I like it. Exclusive. Right, we just pulled over and we're at Childers Park, and this is a very important place. You can't really see it, but this is now like a BMX. This is like a BMX sort of park now, but this used to be like there was nothing here apart from just a really nice park with a willow tree down there. But there's this history goes back, innit? Because I used to come here as well, like in the 70s. Because as you know, my family lived over this way as well. But tell me about a few of the old, like the old jams here. Like I know Saxon played here back in the early 80s, 80, 81,
Well, yeah.
something like that.
It used to be like a cage where it just used to be like, you know, the mappings for a football pitch, whatever, in like a pen. They call it a pen now. And in the summer, they used to have sound systems come out and play. Plus, there used to be roller skating there. Sometimes the people, the kids, or whatever, just come. The sound would play, basically. And it was a place that people came and aggregated and danced and whatnot. But now that I'm on this breaking thing, I'm looking to show myself and do this breaking thing out now. People are popping now. This is around 1982. 83, early 83 or late 82. Early 83 or late 82.
So Dolby, you done popping, did you? You was a popper.
Well, at first, when it first sort of hit, the Jeffrey Daniels and all that, and Shalimar, and all that sort of stuff coming, and then the soul heads were listening to stuff like the E.T. Boogie and stuff like that. That electronic thing was coming in. I was on it then because I'd moved to New York when I was 12.
What year is this?
This was 81, I think. No, 82. 82.
You was in New York in 82?
I was in New York in 82. I moved
Where was you living? Was it in Brooklyn?
I moved to Brooklyn, yes. Brooklyn, NYC. Yeah.
And was you getting involved in the hip hop out there, or the electro?
No, this is where I actually really got the bug for it.
So New York is where you really...
Is where I got it, because I moved out there with my dad. Basically, my mum lived there, my dad lived there, but I moved out with my dad. And and yeah, it wasn't no tourist business. You understand? Man was getting on plane before man was allowed up West End after dark. You understand? But it was sink or swim. It was like I'm a native now. It's like within a few weeks I'm in school and I've got to sink or swim and get adjusted to the climate. The climate ain't Farrah's and Adidas kick and Gabici jumpers and them type of things. It ain't Fred Perry. Yeah, it's fat laces, name buckle, gooses, Adidas shell toes, Puma suedes, and gooses and sheepdogs and lumberjacks and those sort of things. It's different, a whole different climate now. But yeah, but the music people listened to was mainly soul, funk, but this hip hop thing was what the kids listened to, and this hip hop thing was coming in. And you just heard what was on the radio now. I mean, I'm not sure what year, I'm sure it was the year I was there, come 82, that actually Planet Rock's come out. And I really loved the song. It was playing on all the radio stations. And I just used to love the song type thing. And yeah, it was a big happening, that song. I just really loved that song at the time. And it's sort of ushered in that new electronic era and rap with the electronic stuff.
Well, Planet Rock was one of the game changers, wasn't it?
Exactly, a game changer. But I'm in
Massive.
New York as it's changing the game.
Yeah.
In 82. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy, and the fashion and everything. So I've come back now after a year. And
When did you come back to London? What, in 83?
I came back in, early 83 or late 82. I was there roughly a year. But now I'm kind of got a few garms with regards to the clothes. I think I had Pumas and Lee jeans and like the Tigra t-shirt. I didn't have a goose though. you know, didn't have a sheepdog either. but yeah, I'm kind of with that music now. I like that music. I'm kind of with that music, even though I'm still hanging around the reggae men, my reggae people, and they're like, what is he on type thing, yeah? And I'm like, nah, this is a new thing. But they associate it with being a soul head. But I'm like, no, it's different. This is hip hop. You see what I mean? To me, I felt I was part of one of the ones that was ushering that in. In hindsight, I do want to get this out somehow. In hindsight, looking back on the hip hop movement and how it's changed the world, and I think it kind of helped kill the reggae music and the skanking. Not so much the reggae music, but the skanking aspect of it. It killed the jazz dancing, the underground jazz dancing movement that we had going on here as well, which was another big, good underground dance that was totally British and UK. But as a kid, to me, it was all about the break and all about the hip hop, yeah? And it don't stop. Because jazz dancers and soul dancers and skankers, they were legends going around. They were legends being heard of that when I started talking to people about the dance and the music and the culture, that it was already hot, the scene, yeah? In terms of great dancers, club scene, events and things like that. It's just that now this thing is coming in, this hip hop thing, and I'm trying to discover what it's about. I don't think I know what it's about just because I lived in New York. To me, it's still kind of new and everything. I don't think I'm American, yeah, but I'm blessed to have actually, and happy to have actually got the real experience of what it was like then, living there at the time. Because then now, as you see where I come from in Broccoli, I went, and I know the Flatlands is Badlands, but it ain't like New York. When I went to New York and lived in New York, I lived in the Van der Veer projects. If you know
the Van der Veer projects.
Van der Veer projects. Yeah. If you know, you know. I went to Roy H. Mann Junior High School. Yeah. But either way, the Van der Veer projects. Yeah.
Did you venture into South Bronx as well, like Bronx River?
No, that wasn't a thing. That wasn't no thing to go to. I didn't know nothing about that. Yeah, to me it's New York, and this is all new and everything. The history and what it means and what it is and all that. That wasn't really known. This is the real early days of finding out what it means. Even then, I heard about WHBI. And I'm sure I tuned in here and there, but it wasn't like they were on the radio all the time, if you see what I mean. It was some pirate radio business going on there. Then around now I'm discovering, because I'm getting older now as well, it may have been going a little before me as well, but I'm discovering there's this thing called pirate radio, and people play different type of music that you won't hear on the normal radio and stuff, and you start tuning like here. The main thing about here is the sounds and everything, and there was
the sound
and
systems,
every so often they play the things that happen, like the ET boogie, and that was going off. And people used to start roboting and stuff, yeah, and doing their thing. I mean, it was real robot, and it wasn't really poppy. It was like proper robotics and proper man.
And cup of tea stars.
Yeah, all that drinking of tea.
And the wall.
The wall was getting rinsed. Come on now, the wall was getting rinsed. Everyone had a wall. And people were trying to backslide now that Jeffrey Daniels has come out and stuff. But it's concrete. Yeah, it's concrete. It used to be concrete. Just flat concrete. So I'm looking to do my thing, and I was the kind of under-popping thing then, but there was badder poppers there. And I'm sure even Dion from Micron was there. And Howard was there as well at this particular one I went to, yeah? I got to know who they were then, but at the time I didn't know who they were. So now, they've only gone and played the Buffalo Girls, didn't they? So I had to let off, and I've gone down, yeah, and I've gone down. Blah, 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 doing my thing. So then they've gone down, yeah? I think it was Howard's gone down. Nah, I've gone down again, showed him, nah, that ain't how it's done. This is how to do it, yeah? And we had a little tay-to-tay, and then we had a little chat afterwards and that, and I thought they were good poppers. I thought they were really good poppers and that. I could see they wasn't really breakers, but they were good poppers. They were older than me as well. It had to be a good, at least 18, 19 then, if not a bit more. And I was, what, 14 then. So Howard says to me, yo, there's this play, you can make some money doing that. There's this magical place, yeah? Up some magical place, yeah?
I'll tell you what, should we get in the cab and do this little story there?
Okay, well...
What got you into the breaking then? That magical kind of place?
Well, the magical place, what I was talking about with the story with regards to Howard and at the jam and that, and he was saying to me, there's a magical place you can go and make money from dancing. So now I'd been breaking, I would say, a few months, because I'd come back from New York and I was kind of into the music. And actually, that leads me to another story. I was actually the first locker of the UK.
You was the first locker?
The first locker of the UK, that's an exclusive. Not too many people know that. Yeah? Because, and I'll tell you why, because living in New York at the time, there used to be a sitcom, a black sitcom called What's Happening? And on it there was a character called Rerun. And every so often Rerun used to lock. And I used to love him locking. Everyone loved it when Rerun locked. And Rerun is actually the penguin from the original Lockers. He's one of the original Lockers and he was on a TV show. But I used to love him locking and I used to copy him locking and I used to lock just like him. Yeah? I know there's other ways of locking, but I used to lock like Rerun. Time I saw the dance, I didn't even know it was called locking. People in New York at the time called it the Rerun.
So when was this? What, in 80 what? 82?
This is like
82 when you was in New York?
Yeah, 82 when I was in New York.
Yeah.
When I first got there. But the episodes I was watching was probably repeats, because I'm sure it was from the 70s, late 70s. The series, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I can't have the proper, I haven't got the proper dates on that, but I know I wasn't watching it like, you know, this is the first episodes. I'm sure it was series. I mean, repeats. At the time I was watching them, but I loved it. Everyone knew Rerun. Everyone knew What's Happening. Hey, 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 with Dwayne in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I obviously had that in my head as well. But when I actually saw breaking, I didn't see breaking when I lived in New York in 82. I saw people popping. I saw people roboting. I saw people trying to do the Rerun. Not much, but you know, I was aware of it. My cousins and that in New York. Big shout out to all my cousins in New York. Yeah. Big shout out to my sisters in New York. Tony, Wanda, Jade, Elka, all of y'all, Victor. But anyway, the locking. When I saw breaking, I never saw breaking over there. I saw breaking when I came back here. I came back and I was here for like maybe a month. And on Top of the Pops, brand new, premiere. Ale! Did it. Buffalo Girls. And I was so like, oh my days. I never saw that when I was there. I probably would have never came back. Yeah? And then I was like mesmerized by it. Also, it's the music. It's the music and it's like everything and it's so just like everything New York was. At the time.
So it was Buffalo Girls that got you into the breaking?
Buffalo Girls got me into the breaking. I was already into the music then. I was aware of the rapping. I was listening to Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow was the man then.
And the electro and all that.
Yeah, I was listening to the Furious 5 and stuff.
Yeah.
Electro music, yes, I listened to electro, but I was more into the rap side of things. Like the Treacherous 3, the Fantasy 3, the Crash Crew, those sort of groups, because it was more lyrical. You know what I mean?
And what for fashion-wise, what was you wearing on the fashion thing? Was you busting the name belts and all that?
I didn't have a name belt at first, but later on I did. I definitely wanted one. I wanted a name plate as well. They used to do the name plates, the gold name plates. That was a big deal as well. But around the time here, it was more like the lowest chords, the Ferrucci jeans. People were fraying the ends of the bottom of their jeans. The seam thing though, in the crease of the seam in them, that was actually in New York as well. People used to see them in New York as well, but they used to fray their shit though. They used to do that. But here you had, as I said, the Fred Perry stuff, jumpers and the t-shirts, the Pringles, the Gabici if you're a reggae man, the Hunters leather jackets.
The Hunters were lovely, weren't they?
Yep, the Hunters.
The Oxblood Hunter.
Did you now?
Yeah.
Go on, my son. In New York, one of the things then was the members only jackets. That was a big deal over there at the time. So I kind of had both styles in my mind, sort of thing. But the trainers and the fat laces, to me, that was just a must. At the time, I didn't have Adidas shell toes, so I had Centuries, but I still got red laces and ironed them out as fat as I could, even though they weren't fat laces, and presented them neatly. Do you know what I'm saying? At first, little starter kit, Yeah.
When was you busting the puffs? The fat laces?
It would come quite soon later because they would come to certain parts of London then.
Yeah.
Hanging around Covent and that, lots of things came in and out of that, and you could acquire things. Yeah, plus I had family in New York as well. I could get a few little things sent over.
A few little garms.
And what exactly with the garms and whatnot. So it was kind of a mixture of the style.
So Dolby, let's take it back to Sidewalk. How did Sidewalk come about?
As I said, there was already legends and old school masters in this dance world way before I came on the scene, and I guess these guys were one of them, yeah, as in a group of them. But how I actually met them was from meeting Howard at the skate park down there at Childers, and then him saying there's this magical place you can make money from dancing. He was like, yeah, I'll take you, come meet me at my house and we practice and then we go up there one day and that, yeah? So in fact, around here, just as we're going around here, he lived around here somewhere in an estate just behind us where we just passed, coincidentally enough. And I used to meet him there, like on the weekends, and do practice with him in his hallway. And we just used to practice popping and breaking, but after a while I was just like, I'm not really into the popping, practicing it, I'm just on this breaking thing. There's too much to get down with this breaking thing. This is a whole nother world right now, yeah?
So what swayed the breaking thing for you? Did you get more of a buzz out of it?
Straight. Oh, where are we going? Wherever you want to go, actually.
Yeah, we're just going to have a drive about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Did you get more of a buzz out of breaking?
To me, the breaking thing was... I always saw myself, even as a kid, as a stuntman. I always wanted to be a stuntman, yeah? And I would be the kid to do the dares and to do the things. One of my earliest...
Well, that goes back to when you was living in Brockley, because you used to jump out that window.
Well, I wouldn't say jump, carefully get out, but you see, that was a stunt, right?
Exactly.
Right, that was my later years of my stunts. Early stunting, I used to climb trees and see how high I could get. And like, I'd climb like a mango tree or whatnot. And I tried to get up to the highest branch where it could support me, but it would actually sway. So I'd be swaying up there in the breeze, and it's actually moving with the breeze, and I'm just resting there. But you have to gauge which one you rest in, if you see what I mean. But to actually get up there and do that, to the point where like one day my mum come home, see me up there, like, David, what are you doing up there? Yeah, man, I almost got a shock, almost fell out of the tree. But like, she'd know I'd be doing mad things like that and whatnot.
So
but
you got more of a, like, you preferred the breaking?
Breaking now, from now I've seen breaking, there's been many things along the way that have got me involved in wondering about what the human body is capable of. Yeah, the possibilities of the human body. One of the things about that as well was the Kung Fu films that I was into way before I knew about breaking, from early days. The Kung Fu films started in the 70s, from Trinidad, I remember them.
And was you practicing the Kung Fu moves?
Well, of course, everyone used to practice it.
Yeah.
Right, we'd all get out there and be doing it and be practicing. So that was one of the things I used to really love, and one of the things I loved about it was the people that actually took the hits. Like the guy who take the hit and he do like a suicide. Where do you think suicides come from? It's the Kung Fu movies. Where do you think swipes come from? It's the Kung Fu movies. Head spins, the Kung Fu movies. My style is better than your style. That's the Kung Fu movies. That's what I loved about the breaking. Yeah, I wanted to be the best fighter out there. And to be the best fighter out there, you had to challenge everybody and refuse no one's challenge.
Yes.
And be beaten or win in the process.
Yeah.
That was part of the excitement of the breaking for me, and that was the world that I immersed myself in. But back to Howard now. A few weeks went by, and Howard wasn't taking me to this magical place. Like, when are we gonna go to this magical place? Plus, we can't really practice here in this hallway. There's not enough room. Your man's trying windmills and thing and kicking into things, and you can't have that. You need just room to coon. You get me? But so then I just got bored of him going with him anyway. And we used to meet on a Saturday, but now summer holidays are linked. The magical summer of '83 is hit. It's summer holidays. There's these all-dayers and all-nighters back then.
Was this like is this where the magic happened?
Yep. Here's the magic now.
Give us the magic.
Here's the magic now, yeah? Just said with the Howard, as you know, went on to be Micron Crew, but that's in hindsight. By the time, I didn't know all that. So now I had a homeboy from my school. Big up to my homie Rico, aka MC Positron. We used to MC before I even knew what breaking was. As soon as I came back from New York, I caught the MC buzz. I was on that MC thing. Me and him was in a crew. We didn't really have a name of the crew, but he was MC Positron, and that's when I became Dolby D.
Was you MC Dolby D?
I was not, well, just Dolby D, yeah. People
Right.
like to put these titles on it these days. MC this, or I'm B-boy that, or I'm DJ. I'm just Dolby D.
And how'd you get your name Dolby D?
Because I'm into the hip hop and everything, and then Dolby always came up, and Dolby always seemed to come up at the end of the movies and all that. And what was Dolby all about? Dolby Stereo was all about making your whatever you played sound better. And if your shit sounded really messed up, then it'll make you really needed a Dolby on it type thing, yeah?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Dolby was meant to make stuff sound better, yeah? So then there was Dolby B, and then there was Dolby C. And then my name is David, the name that my mother has given me. But as far as I'm concerned, I became a man at 13, and part of becoming a man is you get to name yourself. So I named myself Dolby D. And Dolby D, really the meaning behind it to me is I'm like the noise reduction. Yeah, I make it better. Yeah, you're good, but I'm better. And I tried to be that in what I did, if you see what I mean. Yeah, we're all gonna dance, but who's dancing better? We're all gonna do windmills, whose windmills are better, and that sort of thing, with the attention to detail like that, with the Dolby name. But anyway, back to Sidewalk Story now. It's the summer holidays. I'm bored with Howard, and I don't want to learn his popping. I'm not bothered, and we're trying this breaking thing. It's not really suitable. It's not really conducive, yeah, for breaking where he wants to practice. And the way I figure it, man's just learning my moves, man, and he ain't really taking me to the magical place. It's like man is carroting on a stick meat. You get me?
Yeah.
So whatever. But anyway, my man at school, we became friends at school. My man Rich, aka MC Positron, who became later on my Kung Fu master. But anyway, that's another story. Rich said, yeah, he used to go to raves because he was 6 foot tall from first year. Yeah, and apparently he used to go raves, and he was a soul head, and he knew about jazz funk. Yeah, and he was a jazz funker as well, and he used to tell me about the legends, about this place called Electric Ballroom and Lyceum, and these places he used to tell me about, and Cat's Whiskers in Streatham, and these wicked dancers and all that. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, the music, and he was like, yeah, I know a place where you can get the music and stuff. And he's the one that showed me the E.T. Boogie and told me about a place like Groove Records, but I've never been nowhere. I'm just hearing about these places. Man's gone, MC Positron's gone, yeah, come to the rave. Yeah, and I'm like, I'll never get in, man. I know I only just turned like 14 or something. There's no way I'm getting in. There's an all-dayer, apparently. There's an all-dayer at Electric Ballroom. I goes, all right, I'll come up like West End, never been up to West End and whatnot. I'll come up with everyone just for you know, to see the bright lights in the big city type thing. But I know I'm not gonna get in, I'll just go back. It's been an experience for me. But there's no way I'm thinking I'm getting in. I've now been from the Buffalo Girls, I've been on this breaking thing hard for maybe a few months. I can't really put a number on it right now, but I've been on it a few months. It's not been a year, yeah? But I've been on it hard every day. No one is practicing with me. None of my friends are into this. They're either reggae man or soul heads, and even that's a bit too much for the soul heads to be jumping on the floor. Like, you're gonna be rolling on the floor in front of girl, man. For real. Yeah? They make it look good and whatnot, and at times I would go to my man, yo, watch this, as in the Buffalo Girls video, yeah? Because I caught it on tape. The next week it was on Top of the Pops, I caught it on video, like, yes! And then I was just watching that every day. I goes, watch this, now watch me. What does it look like? And he used to be like, nah, it doesn't look like that, yo. You know, you're disheartened a bit, but you're just practicing, you keep practicing. But anyway, we go up to Electric Ballroom. There's about 15 man. Go up to the door. Who's on the door? George Powell. George Power's on the door then, even though I think he must have just started playing out proper because he used to be the electro man then. I didn't know at the time, but apparently he was the electro man. Yeah? But he was on the door, letting people in. And as soon as he seen me, he's going, oh, no, he can't come in, or whatever. But my people's campaigned for me. Like, no, let him in, man. Nah, he's going to be all right. No, he's too young, he can't come in, or whatever. So then, they've gone, well, we're not coming in then. And everyone's gone down the road. I'm telling them, no, it's all right, it's cool. They're like, no, it's cool, we're going to get you in. So I'm just waiting for time. What time, but time's going by. Certain man has broken rank. They can't take it no more. There's too many gal in there. They've broken camp, yeah? But most of the man stayed. Next thing you know, George Powell has come out the booth and he's come down the road. And I swear it was like a $5 to get in or something. But it was big money then. Because it was an all-dayer. So he's come down the road and he's gone, listen, I'm going to let him in, yeah? But if we see him drinking, he's out, yeah? And I'm like, oh, thanks, no, I'm not going to drink. And I didn't drink then. I wasn't one of those kids that smoked or drinked or anything then, do you know what I'm saying? I was just on my breaking and I was dedicated to training it like a proper sport. I realized what it took to be that. To me, it was all the things I loved. It was kung fu, it was gymnastics, it was being a superhero. I'm in Electric Ballroom. There's this jazz room thing as well, and all this. I'm Electric Ballroom, man. So I'm looking around, everything. It's wicked. It's off the chain. There's loads of people there. It's off the chain. The main dance floor is big and everything. It's mainly soul. There's no reggae music. It's really soul. And apparently they play electro every so often. The electro, I think, came into the UK more of a before hip-hop as such. In the house, I have a look at the jazz room. I go up to peek at the jazz room. The jazz room is a little sweat box up the top of the stairs, a little sweat box. And in the hallway, at the corner, there's glass on either side, so you can see down on the whole dance floor from that corner where the jazz room sweat box is, and people used to hang outside there as well. But it's a very kind of small room, but it was a sweat box in terms of nothing but dancing went down there, and it would draw big crowds there as well. And it was like, to me, it was really underground, but kind of part of the soul scene, if you see what I mean. I was there and I happened to witness a battle. Yeah, I happened to witness a battle.
What kind of battle though was it?
A jazz battle.
A jazz battle?
A jazz battle.
I like it.
Yeah, so we congregated around there for some reason, me and my man, because the older guys are doing whatever. So me and my homie, MC Positron, I'm gonna keep calling you that, Rich, yeah? Even though you're my master, I'm gonna keep calling you MC Positron. Yeah? We was looking at the jazz room, and he was a good dancer as well. He didn't pop on nothing, he was more soul and jazz, but he was a good dancer as well. But when it comes to the jazz room, he kind of knew his place, as in there's real dancers here. I witnessed a battle. The battle was, and I didn't know at the time, he looked like a young kid, and he was young. And I was shocked that he almost looked as young as us in there, and he was in there too. But he was battling a kind of older guy. But anyway, the battle was going on, they were jazzing it up, and the music's different as well. It's fast, like jazzy. Can't call it funky, you can't call it soulful, it's jazz, yeah? Really fast jazz, and it's like mad thing, yeah? Man's got the pork pie hats with the tight jeans, with the frayed ends and the spat shoes. He's battling this young kid who's got red, I think he had red jeans on with the fray and that, tight up as well. They were tight, yeah, with the seamed, yeah. Or he might have cords on, but anyway, tight up. And he had red Adidas Gazelles on at the time. And whilst he was doing his thing, he stepped out of one gazelle, he's still dancing, and he stepped out of the other gazelle. People are going nuts now. And then he's dropped down, done a knee drop or something like that, and done some knee tings and some low tings. The place is going nuts, yeah? And then he stepped back into the shoe, and then back into the other shoe, and he's gone back to his side. The place has gone nuts. Yeah, nuts, nuts, nuts. Alright, so anyway, mingling, jingling around the place, the soul is going, and I'm watching the soul dancers, and I'm watching people dance and the soul dancing, and the soul dancing was
a dance. It wasn't just people dancing. People would dance, but it was a lot of thing where you would dance with a girl. Yeah? And it was a thing where you would dance with the girl. Girls dance to soul, and you can dance up to him and have a dance with them, if you see what I mean. But it was a thing where it was you dance with the girl to soul music. You dance on your own too, but it was a thing to dance with the girl, soul music. Yeah?
Yeah.
That was the difference. The jazz room is like I just described. But now, George Power's come on. And he's playing electro. Yeah?
And what tunes is he dropping?
Okay, let me try and
Can you
remember.
remember?
Okay. He's dropping the Planet Rock. So Planet Rock had just dropped then. He's dropping E.T. Boogie.
Scorpio.
He's dropping the Scorpio. Yep. But it's mainly electro he used to play, not really the rap stuff. It was mainly electro he used to play. As in the electro set, but now the dance floor, the demographics of the dance floor has totally changed. The robots have come out.
Is this when the Dolby? Is this when the Dolby hits?
Oh no, I'm getting there. The robots have come out. Look, Steve, I've not gone there to be like, yeah, I've come to bust, yeah, I'm Dolby D. I've come like to see what's going on and to experience all this. I didn't not really come to bust, but I understand that the breaking thing is a new thing, and I have been practicing, and I'm actually prepared to do my duty for the SE. Yeah, if need be, I would do my duty. Yeah, so that's the talk of the night. Yeah, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it? I goes, I'm not just gonna jump on the floor if no one's doing it in front of girl. Yeah, but if someone does it, I'll do it. If someone does it, I'll do it. But I'm not just gonna jump on the floor in front of girl. Plus, I didn't think I had anything really worthy of jumping on the floor in front of girl to be like, yeah, that's me. I'm Dolby D. Yeah, I'm new to the game. Yeah. So little circles start popping off. So you'll naturally gravitate to the biggest circle. You go into the biggest circle now, there's a battle going off. At the time, I didn't know who he was at the time, but it was Diamond-Headed Dennis, who later became Micron Crew, yeah? He was having a battle with some dude. They was having a popping battle. And it was kind of going off, it was hype. I didn't think much of the popping too much, but it was hype though, you know? But then it kind of switched. Someone's gone down and done some shit. It was proper whack, yeah? With his bum cocked up and whatnot, yeah? And then Diamond-Headed Dennis has gone in and he's done a decent bit of footwork. And he's done a better freeze. I wouldn't say it was a great freeze. His lips weren't on the floor, but yeah, it was a better freeze than the dude's freeze. And now people have gone on the floor. And my man's right next to me, he's like, you're gonna do it, go do it. And I'm getting ready now, like I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do it, yeah. So now, the dude has come back out and he's tried something, but it was so whack, like really whack. And then Diamond-Headed Dennis has come out again and he's done something again, which was a bit better than the dudes, yeah? And then it was just like a bit of a Mexican standoff. No one kind of knew what to do. Or what, it seemed a long time, but it probably wasn't. But it was just, none of them was doing nothing, yeah? Like, who's gonna do something now? The stakes were upped. They've taken it to the floor and things were upped. And the last man who went down is waiting for the other man to go. But the other man is like, he don't want to go because he ain't got nothing, yeah? So that's when the Dolby's coming, like, yo, have some of that. Boom, hit him with a freeze, boom, boom, boom. And I've come out like that. Diamond-Headed Dennis has gone, and he's come out again. And he's done something. And I didn't think much of it. So I've come back in like, yeah, have some of that. Boom, flick up. Yeah. Now the place is going nuts. People are pushing in to see what's going on. So much that they push me out the way. Yeah? Like, it's just mash up, yeah? And me and my man's come out of the circle and we're like, I goes, what do he look like? He goes, he look proper, he look just like the Buffalo guys. I was like, yes. So we're proper bugging like, and like the wave of excitement and everything. So now we're just chilling, and the demographics have changed again. The souls come back on. The jazz room is always going upstairs. It's always going, but the demographics have changed again. Like I said, the souls come back on. The girls have come back again. Little behold, we're sitting there, we're chilling. Now the demographics have changed again. George Powell's come on again. He must have played one tune, or as soon as he's come on more time, he's gone. Well, with the guy who was doing the break dancing and all that, would he come out again and do it for us? I've looked at my man just like I looked at you, Frank's like, really? Yeah. And then the other big man's was like, yes, my you, go true, man. And I'm like, and he was like, you gonna do it? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. All right, chill. Let me compose myself. Yeah. But I'm chilling still. The night's going on a bit, like, yeah, I'll come back out in a bit and get involved. Then he's come back on the mic again and he's gone, well, the guy who's come out, would he please come out and do it again for us or whatever? Now the crowd, the demographics have changed on the floor. Usually when the robots come out, it's kind of sparse. But now the floor is getting more packed. Not with all robots though, it's just getting more packed. And he said, would you come out and do it again for us or whatever? Yeah, and the people are probably like, yeah! And then he's going, all right, if you come out and do it for us, we'll give you £5. Yeah, the crowd's gone, yeah, give him more! Listen, I swear to God, yeah, these were the days when if a man's set wasn't working properly, mans would be shouting out, Amstrad, and stuff like that, yeah? These were the days of lick wood, you understand? When the things were going ready to lick wood, you get me? The whole club would get mashed up, yeah? And all them things like that. So it was a bit like that, it was getting a bit rowdy apparently. And then he's going, all right, if you come out, we'll give you £20. I'm like, nah, give him more. I'm already coming out. I'm coming out with all the mans. You know, like when the boxers are coming out, yeah? Like Mike Tyson, they got people in front of them, they got people behind them, they got people sliding to the side of them as well, yeah? That's how I'm coming out to the dance floor. Big story, but it's the story of why I became Dolby D. So now, as I'm coming out, we're practically just hit the dance floor. It goes, all right, if you come out, we'll give you £50. The crowd's going, yeah! My man's are going, he's here, like that, yeah? They take me round to the side bit where you go up the little staircase to get on the stage or whatever. And they said, go through, young bloke, go through, do your thing, yeah? I've gone up to George Powell. They're behind me, they're not all with me now. I've gone up to him and he's there waiting for me. And he's gone, yeah, go on and do it then. And I've gone, you said £50. Yeah? He's gone like this, all right? Because he's looked and all the staircase and running down is my man's, yeah? Big man's as well, like they're in there from 19, early 20s type thing. And only my friend is my age, even though he looks older, you know what I'm saying? So he's looked at them and he goes in his pocket and he pulls out £15, yeah? I've gone, you said 50, yeah? He's gone, he goes, no, I said 50, yeah? I goes, you said 50, no, you said 50, man. I goes, didn't he say 50? One right there just looked like that. He goes, you said 50, man. Yeah? He's gone, look, all I got is 45. Would you do it for 45? I've gone, yes, I will. I have the money like that, yeah? Now, I've looked around and I've looked at the dance floor and the whole dance floor is packed. Yeah? I'm now giving mans the money and giving them my keys and my little jingly janglies because I'm now about to get down, yeah? Right? And I'm looking, the whole floor's packed and they're all looking at me. As I sort of come out a bit now where I can see, I've looked up at the jazz room corner where the glass is. There's man on top of man to see what's going on down on the floor. It was chilling, yeah? But man's got to go do his thing now. I walk out on the dance floor like that, there's just people all around me. So I'm like, you've got to move back, you've got to move out. Diamond Headed Dennis at the time, he helped me get the crowd open, yeah? And a couple other people. But Diamond Headed Dennis was real cool and he liked that. And so I just started throwing down what I had. I didn't have much at the time. I had a bit of footwork. I think I had like a decent little backspin. A few little twists and stuff. And
Were you doing your windmill?
Little up rock. I didn't have windmills at the time.
No.
Because I was trying them, but the places I was practicing, I didn't have the room to spread out and mess up without hurting myself by kicking something, you know what I mean? But I had a good backspin at the time. I was trying head spins at the time. But yeah, so now I'm doing it. I've done a few rounds, I'm getting proper tired. Diamond Dennis has come in, done a thing as well to give me a little rest so I can come in again and do what? Now I'm coming into repeating and stuff even, but just to do it. Running out of moves and proper tired. I must have done like 4 or 5 throwdowns, maybe. Diamond Dennis did a couple as well to help me. And I swear at one point I'm like proper knackered. Everyone's watching me, I'm proper sweating profusely. Yeah, like at my last dying end, right? Like I ain't got no more in me. And I swear there was this girl, or should I say woman, she was way older than me, but she was really beautiful. And I noticed her in the club, just noticing people or whatever. And she's like, oh, go again for me. And I was like, oh, okay then. And I did another little thing, and then I was like, that's all I got. The crowd's going, whoa! Proper like, and as I'm walking through now, people are like, yeah, like proper. And I've gone back to our big round table. People are coming up to me and they're like, what do you want to drink? They're just coming up to me and putting drinks on the table. People are asking me where I'm from. I'll go South London. Yeah, they go, are you from America? I'm not from South London.
So you started getting a little bit of a name for yourself.
Hold up, they say, what's your name? I say, I'm Dolby D. They say, no, but what's your real name? I goes, my name's Dolby D. Yeah, as far as you're concerned, it's Dolby D. All night long I'm saying I'm Dolby D. This is where the Dolby was born, but check this out.
I love it.
Let me get a cut. Let's cut on the one. I'm saying I'm Dolby D. Now the night's gone on a bit, and it's getting later in the night. It's not as full as it was before, and now it's switched again to the Electro Hour, yeah, with George Powell. And I want a big shout out to George Powell for actually letting me in the club, because this is when the Dolby was born, and if you didn't let me in, I probably wouldn't have been born there. I may have been born somewhere else, but not there. But there's not as many robots now at the time, there's not many people, but there's very sparse now. Not no big circles going up, there's very few people there now. Yeah, it's getting really the end of the night. And I'm sure the Electro Hour was like the last hour before the club closed. So there wasn't many people there. But there was a group of people sort of over there, and a couple of them were popping and that. And one of them was popping, I thought he was really good. Yeah, I mean really special, really good. So I've gone over to him and I've gone, oh man, you're really good at popping and all that. And he goes, me? He goes, you are. I goes, no, I don't do the popping and that though, I do the breaking thing. And he was like, you're really good, yeah? And I was like, oh, thank you, or whatever. He goes, let me introduce you to some people, yeah? He goes, we do this, we dance together with a crew and that, and let me introduce you to them. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he's introduced me to Sidewalk, and he's introducing me to Michael Forsyth. He's introducing me to Richie Rich. He's introducing me to Jeff Ron, and he's introducing me to Cher. As he's introduced, and everyone I'm meeting, they're going to me, you know, like, what's your name? And I'm like, I'm Dolby D, yeah. And even they're going to me like, what's your real name though? And I'm like, it's Dolby D, right? So we get to like Jeff and Cher, right? And Cher's gone, ain't your name David? Yeah? Didn't you used to go to Tyville Primary School? Like my cover's blown on my first mission. She discovered my identity on my first mission. But the funny thing there is, when I first came to this country and I first started going primary school, part of the journey along the way, we used to talk to these guys, and it was them. I didn't remember though. It was her and her brother that I used to talk to along the way, and I didn't remember them from primary school, but we went to primary school together, me and Cher, and Jeff was older, the brother was older as well, but we actually went to primary school and she knew my real name was David. But anyway, we got along like a house on fire right from there. So that must have been the Saturday, the very next day, they've gone to me, there's this magical place where we go, and we make money from dancing. you can come along with us, yeah? So next day we arranged to meet at New Cross Station to go up to this magical place. And this magical place was Covent Garden.
Ah, right.
They were already busking there. When I got there, Ozzy's crew was already there. Other buskers there was the Charlie Chaplin act, the jugglers, the fire eaters, the magicians, the comedians.
What is this, Dolby? Is this like 83?
This is 83, the magical summer of
83,
83.
yeah.
So, as I'm there now, I've done a few shows with them on the cobbles. And it was the first time me doing shows and me busking. And it did feel a bit nerve-wracking at first and whatnot, but I got over it pretty quick. Do you know what I mean? And there as well was my Quan crew. And there was Dion and Howard, and I think Ron was in the crew then as well. So as I see them there, I'm walking with Sidewalk one way, and they're walking the other way, yeah? I was on the sort of the aspect of, oh hey, how you doing, sort of thing. But I didn't say it, but I felt that way about it. But as we've sort of walked to there, I've said, oh, all right, because that was the word, all right, then, isn't it? You all right? Yeah? Or watch ya? Yeah? You remember them ones?
Yeah,
watch ya?
yeah.
So I was like, all right. They was like, Howard was like, all right. Dion's giving me proper bad watch, yeah? Proper side eye. Not saying nothing. Howard's giving me side eye as well. And I've gone, all right. He's gone, all right. And he's gone, what? You with them? And I've gone, yeah, I'm with them. Yeah? This is him. Yeah? And the other one's gone as well. And they've called walking off slowly, giving me the bad look. So as I'm walking off giving the bad look, I goes, is this the magical place you told me about? Where you can come and make money from dancing? Yeah, I'm with these guys now. So that was the whole thing, how I could have been in my Quan crew. Here we are at Covent. We've got the best street show. I mean, the best body popping dance show. There's a few going on. As I said, Ozzy's crew. All due respect, Ozzy. Enough respect, big up Hulk. Still preserved in his natural habitat of busking around Leicester Square and South Bank and Covent Garden. Salute, my brother. Yeah, big up Ozzy. Hope you're well, sir. My Quan crew, obviously. And there was other little chancers around. Franks, wasn't you chancing it as well up there?
I was winning.
Yeah. Frags had a little thing going on. I didn't really know Frags that well then. I used to see him around, but I didn't really know him as such. But Frags knew Sidewalk and the crew and stuff then. Lots of people knew Sidewalk then. They were already there. Lots of people knew him. They were friendly with everyone. As I said, they were all older than me.
They were legends.
They were in their late teens, early 20s. The majority of them. There was lots of people that hung around Sidewalk, that knew Sidewalk. But the core people actually busking on the cobbles day in, day out, getting a share of the loot, yeah? That's Sidewalk. There's a lot of people down with Sidewalk. I've seen a lot of things of people saying, yes, I could have been in the Sidewalk crew. You know, one day so-and-so asked me to be in Sidewalk and do. I do remember a lot of people being around Sidewalk, and I thought they were possibly going to join Sidewalk. It wasn't my crew. I'm just a young kid in the crew, happy to be in it.
Dolby, I was going to say, whose crew was Sidewalk?
I don't know, actually. I don't think it wasn't any one person's crew. These dancers, I guess, were just known for dancing and known each other in some way from time, and they decided to get onto this busking thing and this electro thing and this body popping thing and make money. And they were from different parts of London as well, but somehow they knew each other. I didn't really research it or think about it like that, really.
And how many was there in the crew?
Well, the core crew to me was Dennis Charles, Richie Rich, Michael Forsyth, Jeff Ishmael, and Shirt Ishmael. There was another guy named Michael who sang around, but he didn't used to like to do the shows and didn't do the shows, even though he used to be there all the time. I tell you, a person who could have really been Sidewalk and should have been Sidewalk, but he never did the shows, but he was always there. It's Nicholas Duval.
Right. So what does it take to be a great breaker?
As I said, to be funky like James Brown and to have stunts like Jackie Chan and marry the two.
Yeah.
It also takes dedication, commitment, Sacrifice. Wait, hold up. What do you mean sacrifice, Dolby? I mean sacrifice. People don't understand that when I'm in training, I am getting up every day and I'm flopping out of bed and I'm drilling out a head spin, or I'm just getting into my training. And then I'm going to school. I might spend half hour to an hour on the floor. And then I'm going to school. And then even at school, sometimes I might do something at lunchtime, but maybe not. And then I come home. I can't wait to get home, to get to my lino. I was fortunate enough to have kind of a big bedroom, which had a good space for me to try most things. Not the windmill so much, but most things. Footwork, twists, swipes, head spins, backflips, somersaults, that sort of stuff. So I had a good little practice spot there anyway. So I used to flop out of bed every morning and just start training. Go to school, come home, and I'm just training. Like I said, my friends weren't into it. And this is what I do every day, all day, every day. After a while, I realized what it's doing for me as well, because I started breaking. You can either break clockwise or anti-clockwise, the way you spin. Yeah, it's the thing in breaking. It's hard to explain, but breaks know what I'm talking about. You're either going to break clockwise or anti-clockwise. I started breaking anti-clockwise, be right-handed, so that's naturally my stronger hand. But I've had to build my lefty stronger, because that's the videos I'm watching of Rocksteady crew. Big shout out to the whole Rocksteady crew. Crazy Legs, the ambassador, Ken Swift, the B-Boys B-Boy, R.I.P. Buck 4, Kiriaki. Oh, you guys were so Puerto Ricaned out with your breaking. It was sick, yeah? Those, the graffiti artist, the template for many of graffiti artist characters. Yeah, I was watching them all the time mostly, and other things I kind of happened to see at the time. It was mainly Rocksteady that I happened to catch on tape. But like I said, I would be practicing by myself in my bedroom. And the first time I got out was really the electric ballroom thing, and now I'm at Covent busking like 5-6 shows a day at least. This is the summer holidays. It's just crazy with the tourists, you know what I mean? It's really, these are the days of pound notes and half pennies, yeah? I used to come back with so much money each day in that summer holiday. I'd have change in my front pockets, back pockets. I'd be walking like I shit myself.
Well, you had so much
yeah, like
coin.
chink, 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 chink. It was a good summer. We was out there, we got approached by ITV to be on the Breakfast TV. That was the first thing I was ever on TV.
Well, they found you at Covent Garden.
Somehow they've approached us, because as I said, that was an epicenter for performers, not just breakers and hip hop. That was new coming in. But anyway, they'd approached us to be on the TV show for the pilot episode of them airing Breakfast TV. Breakfast TV was already a thing, as in early morning TV was already a thing in America, but now it was piloting for the very first time in England. And it was ITV that was doing it. And basically that was the Breakfast TV that I was on with Sidewalk. I actually look back on that. It's up on YouTube now. I actually look back on that now, and I was like, hey, I actually did all right then. Apart from the head spin, yeah, that actually looked all right for the time and for how long I've been breaking. I felt okay about it, but it was a big event. Like, just culturally for black people, it was a big event. And then after that, we was on Black on Black, a BBC 2 program for black people as such, talking about what's going on and what's happening now is the kids and these body popping and breakdancing and all those sort of things, and the rapping and the scratching, and yeah, talking about that. We was on Gary. Now things are heating up. We've got a manager now. I don't know nothing about this. I'm just swept up in the Sidewalk thing. These guys are showing me how the business goes. These guys are showing me how you turn up to things on time. These guys are showing me how to be professional in this game. Now we've got a manager. Our manager is Paul Oakenfold, a young Paul Oakenfold,
who works for DJ, yeah.
Who works for Rush Release Records distribution company. That used to work for a distribution company and do relicensing of songs. So a lot of the hip hop stuff wasn't really getting deals and over here, but they were being relicensed over here.
How did Oakenfold hear about you?
I'm not sure even. I still don't know up to this day. Never even thought to ask. Through Sidewalk, these older guys who it's their crew and they're doing the things. I'm just swept up along in it and happy to be in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And seeing my place in it now. Yeah? I'm seeing where I fit in into this thing now and who they are. They're the baddest poppers on road. Yeah? The baddest poppers on road. Just look at that Breakfast TV episode. Yeah? You watch them pop on that. Yeah? There's styles in there. You watch Michael Forsyth. Michael Forsyth, on everything we did, like a show or a TV appearance, there'd always be someone that gets the yeah, you killed it, that one. As in, you got the killer for that one, if you see me. We'd all done good or whatever, but one person will always get the killer outstanding one. Yeah? That's just how it goes. No, we're not really trying for it, but it just happens like that. You watch Michael Forsyth on the Breakfast TV. He was the bad man. Yeah? Sidewalk were the baddest, yeah? And I felt so good about that, and I felt I need to rep that also. So any breaker has to come through me. You want to get in Sidewalk, you got to come through me.
We're still in the magical summer of 83.
Still in the magical summer, all this is all going off, yeah? Yeah? Another thing that's going off there, as I said, is the Covenant. You're meeting the people, like I said, the Aussies crew and stuff. Yeah, big up man like Walker. You see, I'm seeing mans like Fraggle, and you seeing mans hanging around. Man like I said, Michael and crew and stuff, the Charlie Chaplins and that. And you're getting to know people. More and more people's coming in. You're getting the early days of man like Rodney P coming in there before he was Rodney P. And just certain mans congregating, certain gals congregating. They may not be doing things, but people are congregating. And it's the summer, do you know what I mean? People are just finding it's a hangout now. And I'm realizing people are coming from all over London. This is like so much like a central point now. And there's people from all over. Man like Walker, who remembers Walker? Man like Walker and mans like that. Man like Tasso, and I don't really know them and I don't really hang with them, but I know them enough to say hello to. That's when I met Sipo, R.I.P. Sipo. I met Sipo real early days because I saw him just there by himself. Then I saw him, he was watching, and I talked to him and I was like, oh, what'd you do or whatever? He danced and he's like, no, I'm just watching or whatever, blah, blah. And I thought he was like a cool kid and I thought he was kind of like me. And I said, you can hang with us and whatnot. And he was like, no, I'm cool or whatever. I don't know, a little while goes by, I see him hanging with all the bad man them, yeah, right? Next thing I see him spinning on his head. Seapole had a good head spin. Not too many people know that. Seapole had a good head spin. Bionic, before Bionic was London Posse and rapping, he used to dance as well, and that was Seapole's friend and whatnot. But you know, it's whatever, he doesn't want to hang with the Sidewalk, he wants to do his own thing, I don't really know the kid, do you know what I'm saying? But he was one of the peoples there. But I didn't really know him like that, if you see what I mean. Later on, I'd get to know him a bit more, because I'd see him more. But that was one of the first times I met Seapole, R.I.P. I just wanted to share that story, my Seapole story.
Yeah, yeah.
Great head spinner and a really nice kid, really funny guy. Every time I saw him, as much as we didn't see each other or talk that much, it was always a joke thing with me. Like say we could be by a circle and like someone's dancing or whatever. And I know Seapole's next to me, and as I look around, Seapole's looking at me, yeah? He's looking at me to see what I'm gonna say and what I'm thinking about it, yeah? Right? And the joke is like what I'm gonna say about it, yeah? Either I'm gonna say it's good or it's whack. If I say it's good, he's usually quite surprised, or he'd be like, yeah, that was good or whatever. But if I go, oh, that shit was so whack, we just both crack up laughing. We was always laughing at people. Back them days though, it was about cussing though. It was just all about cussing. Everything was a cuss and a joke. People used to cuss each other all the time. So people were starting to rap then. You got people like Dizzy Heights. You got people like Junior G. Yeah? Big up Junior G. Yeah? Other mans I can't remember, but Dizzy Heights and Junior G really stood out to me. A lot of people, Junior G used to get a lot of flack, yeah, because he was white, and it was a thing, there was hardly any, wasn't so much of a unity thing then, it was seen as a black thing originally, if you see me. So the odd white person doing it was a bit of a novelty, especially if they did it good, if you see what I mean. So Junior G, I thought he was a really good rapper. actually. I know we used to catch a lot of flack and get a lot of heat, but I thought he was really good. And I'll share this with guys. This is jumping forward a bit. When the Cookie Crew won that competition and that became the Cookie Crew, Junior G had a song in there as well. And I actually thought that he could have won. I would have voted for him, if you see what I mean. The Cookie Crew rapped to Planet Rock, but Junior G rapped to an original track that he made. And I actually really liked it. And because of its originality, that's why I would have pushed it over the edge, even though Cookie's Crew thing was good as well. Do you see what I'm saying? And he even spoke to me after, and he was like, Dolby, what do you think? Because he knew I was into rapping as well. And he goes, Dolby, what do you think? And I was like, I liked it. He goes, no, you're taking a piss. I goes, no, sincerely, I thought you liked it. I would have actually voted for you. He was really shocked about that, but he was happy to hear that from me, because we did used to have little talks about the music and rapping and stuff. Because I touched the mic and spats a couple of times, but not when all the big boys were really like the Family Quest and the Junior G's, and Dizzy Heights was really on the mic. I didn't really fuck around with them big boys. You see what I'm saying? Big up to Family Quest. They were my favorite crew back then because I liked the stuff they talked about. They were really diverse in their subject matter, and they went from political to something, a funny joke, to something really real about crime, and I really like them, those guys. Big up man like DJ Fingers as well. I really like Fingers when he used to play back then. He always played really diverse, different stuff that other people weren't playing. A lot of people used to play the same stuff, but Fingers seemed to me he always used to go out of his way to play different stuff. Some of it worked, and some of it didn't. But I know a lot of people didn't get it, but I got it, Fingers, yeah? I loved it, Fingers. Big up man and RIP man like Cosmic Jam. To me, he was the best hip-hop DJ then. The best hip-hop DJ. Mastermind Roadshow, obviously, and Steve Devon, Ray J Victor and all that. Those guys were from the radio, and you'd listen to the radio all the time. You're making your tapes. You know what I'm saying? LWR, you know how you make your tapes. You wait till they stop talking, you make your tapes, and that's how you was doing the thing then. And that's how you was hearing the thing. But jams and stuff, them early jams, Cosmic Jam, whoa, he was bad.
Different level.
He was different level. One of them mans who really had mastered the art of keeping the music going on time and rhythmically funky. And the selection, just the selection alone would kill you. So, still in 83, and one day in 83 we're hanging out just at the foot of the hill by Covent Garden Tube Station, just like the main bit, like sort of an entrance to Covent Garden. There used to be like a fence, a gate there, and the gate was closed. We'd all sit on it and just hang out, and we're hanging out there, not too much going on. And then we see these group of guys, and the black guys, and they're like practically dressed like punk rockers. They got the baggy trousers, zips, they got like fur hanging off of it, and one of them's got a bald head, but he's left a giant Mohican, and he's dyed it red. Yeah? There's another dude, he's got like this blonde quiff with a long tail hanging off. Yeah? And there's all sorts going on. Yeah, there's another one, he's in like this big long trench coat. Yeah, we're just cracking up like, yo, look at this shit, yeah, right? But then I've looked and I'm like, yo, that's Puffin' Pete. Hold it right there. There's a few other videos besides the Buffalo Girl videos that's going around that's causing a stir and making this thing happen and giving man inspiration. One of them is the Pac Jam video. There's a guy popping on that, Sicko, yeah? But then there's this other one, for Talking Heads, Cross-Eyed and Painless, I think the song's called, yeah? And it's Puffin' Pete. And it's famous, and it's the Shiznit, he's the Shiznit. And I'm like, yo, that's Puffin' Pete. They started laughing at me like, are you nuts, Dolby? I'm like, I swear that's Puffin' Pete, yo. And I'm wetting myself, yeah? Because it's Puffin' Pete. Yeah? They goes, all right then, Dolby, go and ask him then and see if it's Puffin' Pete, yeah? And then sniggering and whatnot. So I've gone up to him and I've gone, excuse me, are you Puffin' Pete? And he's gone, yeah, man, I'm Puffin' Pete, man. I'm like, oh, it's Puffin' Pete. I've lost it, yeah? And he's like, yeah, man, I'm here, you know, in my group and that, man. We're just looking to like, you know, do some shows and get some, you know, get some stuff going and whatnot. I'm like, oh my God! It was the day of Carnival. And we was going down Carnival and we was already booked to do an audition, to do a show at Carnival with the Mastermind Roadshow, because now Paul Oakenfold is managing the Mastermind Roadshow as well. So we're doing loads of shows at Mastermind Roadshow. Mastermind, you see a lot of old school flyers. You can ask Mark C, who's got all the old school flyers. Big up Mark C with all the old school flyers, all the old school memorabilia. That shows how many shows there were with Mastermind and Sidewalk. Yeah? But anyway, we're doing a show under the bridge, Elaborate Grove, yeah? Carnival 83. We're still in 83, the magical summer of 83, yeah? Right? But we're talking to Poppin' Pete, and he's with a group, and they're called Eclipse. It wasn't Electric Boogaloos then, they were called Eclipse. And who was there was Poppin' Pete, Robot Dane, Sugar Pop, Casper, and Skeeter Rabbit. Yeah, R.I.P. Skeeter Rabbit. Yeah, young stuff in life. You get me? But so we're talking, and like we had a few more shows to do before we're gonna go to the Carnival. So we're like, we want to see him breaking. Check Michael Forsyth out of our crew. Like crew of the day sort of thing, because he thought he was a bad man. This was the attitude, yeah? Right, so then we started talking, he goes, yeah, we dance too, and blah, 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 we pop to that. He was like, oh yeah, show us then. So Michael goes, I do a style, and it's called cracking, yeah? Alright, and he's gone, and he started cracking, yeah? Yeah, and Poppin' Pete's gone, he goes, yeah, man, we do like that too, man, but we call it sectioning. And Poppin' Pete's going, bam, 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 bam. Yo, nuts, yeah? And then Michael did a bit more, and then Poppin' Pete did a bit more. He did some shit. He was like, oh! And we was like, yo, do you want to do a show? Blah, blah. It was like, yeah, man. So we took him and did a show in the square bit, the Covent Garden, like just inside. There's a little square bit that people perform, and it's concrete and that. And they did a show there. Oh my days. Big up Poppin' Pete and the Boogaloos and Robot Dane and all them mans, yeah. The show was mesmerizing. Mesmerizing. Robot Dane, man never seen Robot like that. All he did was Robot, but it was sicko. You never seen Robot like that. Yeah, Poppin' Pete was doing the popping and all that, everyone was doing their thing and all that, but the Robot really bugged me out at that time. The Robot was just really phenomenal. I mean, everything else was, but that to me was really mind-blowing. And apparently, yeah, so then we took them to Carnival, and we went up on top of the roof, just under the bridge, directly under the bridge, under the roof. It's some type of restaurant or whatever now, but there it was like just all open or whatever. And Mastermind had that spot there, and that was the hottest spot at Carnival at the time. As soon as you come out of Elaborate Grove Station, boom, you're in the things.
Yeah, yeah.
So we did a show there, and we got a good round of applause and everything, and it was all cool and everything. But up there, it was like every so often there was like a bar. People couldn't see this in the video. Understand what Poppin' Pete and them man are working with when you do see that underground video, yeah? There's like little, you know, wood beams every so often, say about that wide. And there's loads of fucking bird shit up there. Sorry for cursing, yeah? There's just loads of bird shit up there. And I couldn't break up there, obviously. I just popped, and I don't profess to be no great popper, even though I'm Sidewalk. So know yourself, see? But they killed the fucking show. Oh my days, they brought the house down at Carnival. You never heard noise like this. The place was so off the hook. You do kind of get a feel of that when you do watch the video on YouTube. Yeah, it's up there. Just type in Electro Boogaloos Carnival or Eclipse Carnival, pop in, whatnot. And that was another special moment still in 83.
So let's go to 84 then, D.
Moved to New York. And now I'm on this hip hop thing, and I'm trying to do this thing. You get me? And I'm looking for this thing. I'm hungry for this thing. I'm in New York City. Yeah! So I'm out, my sister at the time, she's like 4 years younger than me, but she's into it too, and dancing and whatnot. Not so much breaking, but the dancing and whatnot. And she's saying, oh, I know this guy who breaks or whatever. And she's brought me this guy who breaks, but he's whack. Yeah? And then he talks about some other guy, and then he brings me this other guy. And this other guy is whack too. Yeah? A bit better than the other guy though, but still whack, yeah? And they're like, yo, you're dope, yeah? And I'm thinking, really? Yeah? And they're like, you're dope, yeah? And then they bring me another guy. But every time they talk about a guy, they talk about this guy named Powerful, yeah? Then they bring me this other guy, and his name was Shamel. I'm sure it was Shamel, yeah? And we have a battle. He was a lot better, but still, he weren't all that. And then he was talking about popping and that, and I showed him a bit of popping, but I'm not really on this thing, blah, blah, blah. Plus now I started hanging out with Electric Boogaloos, and I started hanging out with Sugar Pop. Big up Sugar Pop and bless up. Sorry that I was late to meet you that day. We didn't have mobile phones or internet or anything like that then, and you didn't have a number I could call you out, and I was already on road already, and then we messed up. Sorry about that time, but we was hanging out and shit. He showed me quite a bit of popping and that, but it was more time we was on the breaking thing. We actually had a naughty breaking battle. See, there were so much things that happened there. We had a naughty, me and Sugar Pop versus the Breakazoids from North London at Electric Ballroom.
Wow.
That was a big battle. Yeah?
I bet that was.
I reckon that was a draw though. Yeah? I reckon that was a draw. Because they shocked the shit out of me. Yeah? They were really good. Yeah? And even Sugar Pop knew they were good, sort of thing. And that's the first time I met them. I had a good little liaison with them, you know, proper B-boy mutual respect. You know, earned in the circle. Yeah, not batty washed, yeah, and not props by association, yeah, real B-boy respect earned. Salute Breakazoids, salute Warren and all the rest of the mans, you get me? But where was I? Jumping back, I jumped back then, jumping times a little bit.
Back to New York.
Yeah, back to New York. There's this guy named Powerful, So anyway, there's this, we get it on. Apparently he's meant to come to this time. And now the battles have moved out of the hallways of buildings to there's this spot where people congregate and breaking happens sometimes. Not as battles, but people break or whatever, let alone a battle could kick off. At this dead end spot by the cemetery on near Foster and Nostrand. Yeah? Down there near the cemetery. They used to have the proper big cardboard that they used to tape together. That was wicked. Not them little Sainsbury's ones, them big ass cardboard boxes. There used to be a wicked floor on the concrete, yeah? To break on. Anyway, Powerful didn't show the time he was meant to show. Yeah? Like a proper diva. Proper longed me out, yeah? But then he showed the next time. When he showed, basically, I mean, I've told this story a few times out there with other certain interviews, and I'm trying not to make things too long, because I know I've been really long on this, even though it is a special, yeah. But this was another big moment now. Here I am in New York City, trying to test out my skills, and let alone meet other breakers. These days, the world is more one, and breakers can be internet and talk to each other and hook up and yeah, and go on EasyJet to blah, and you know what I'm saying? And they have a profound love and knowledge for the art, and there's more of that now. Back then it wasn't like that. You can't just go up to someone and be like, you know, I want to be your friends and learn your shit, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just wasn't like that. So I've sort of gone up, there's loads of people now, there's more people than there's ever been at the battles that I've had so far leading up to this one. Yeah? The battle with Powerful. Yeah? The place is kind of, it's really busy, it's really packed. Yeah? Not packed because it's outdoors, but you know what I mean, it's really busy for the battle. We're waiting, he shows up. Yeah? He's there. He's a black guy, dark skin, he's got a do-rag on. Yeah? He's proper built like a superhero, yeah? I swear. Bow-legged, built like a superhero, yeah? He's got a windbreaker on, and I swear he had like his jeans on. He had jeans on, the Lee jeans on, but he had where that you had the the crisscrossing of the laces all the way up the leg.
Oh,
If you see what I mean. I think he had something like that on. I can't remember what trainers he was wearing, but it's probably shell toes. I'm sure it was shell toes. Yeah, with fat laces. I remember it distinctly because it was such a moment to me, knowing what would transpire after.
Was you a bit like fearful, Dolby?
Fear is the mind killer. I will let it pass through me and out of me, and after it, all that will be there is me. Yeah?
I love it.
So, no, I'm more excited.
Yeah.
Of course, I have no qualms about losing a battle at all. I'm in New York City, I want to meet someone that's gonna fry the shit out of me, that I can be friends with and learn some shit. I do not think I know what this is all about. I'm still constantly trying to find out what this is all about and get better and refine my things. Right, so I've tried to go up to him like, yo, I heard you're meant to be great and all that, but I just wanted to, meet people from New York. And he's just gone to me over me, disrespectful, like that real New York attitude. He was just like, heard you want to battle, go for yours. And then the crowd's going, oh! The crowd turns into an angry mob and they need to see a burning. It turned into like that, go for yours, but I know what time it is. I backed up to my corner and I know what time it is. This is B-boying. If you call someone, he's basically made it into I called him. So yeah, okay, I called you, I gotta go first. So I've gone first. Cut a long story short, and I don't have total recall of it exactly, but I used to start off battles where you kind of work your way into it. There's different ways of battling, but I used to kind of work my way into it. Bit of top rock, bit of footwork, little freeze, have some of that. What you got? You get me? I did that, he's come in, he's done a little bit of footwork, and he's done a little freeze, and he's just got up like, whatever. Yeah, wasn't that great, nothing that whatever. I didn't think it was better than mine. It wasn't rubbish or nothing, but it was just like nothing. He didn't care. Then I've gone in, did a bit more thing, did a few more twisty stuff and blah, blah, blah. Yo, he started twisting as well. I was like, oh shit. That was pretty nice, yeah? Then we've sort of gone a bit more footwork and stuff. We've gone into some swipe shit. And then he's gone into some swipe shit and he's gone straight into swipe from above. I've never seen it like that before, yeah? And I was like, oh shit, in my mind, but I'm cool outside though. Yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, oh shit. Then, I've gone and done a backspin. He's gone, oh shit, yeah? And he's gone into a backspin that lasted for I don't know how freaking long. The only one I can think of that I've seen kind of like that is Maurizio's, yeah? He was just going on and on and on. It was so embarrassing. No, it was really, really burning, yeah? That's what you call getting burnt, yeah? I was really feeling that burn. He was still spinning, yeah? And it was so fast, so powerful. Then I was like, yo, big gun's gotta come out now. It's time for the mills, isn't it?
Time for the windmill.
It's time for the windmills, isn't it? So I've gone for my best kind at the time. I called them the Kuriaki windmills, where you're going like that and they're crossed. Yeah, the no-handed wasn't in yet. Yeah, it was them ones, Kuriaki. Yeah, and I've gone for them, and you know what? I'm doing them the best I've ever done them almost. Yeah, they feel really good. I'm feeling really good, and I've come into a really nice backspin. Yeah, and I've gone into a bridge freeze. Oh, my bridge freeze is nice. Yeah, because it goes and then it stops real sudden like bah. It just pops out like bah. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, have some of that. I felt good about that. Yeah, I was wary still, but I felt good. I repped the best I could. Yo, he dived into, no, he did a big swipe into Mills. I don't know how, I can't remember exactly, but I'm sure he did a big swipe into Mills. And he's just gone boom. For the time he's gone into the Mills, he was hands-free. I've never seen that before. He's on his nuts straight away. And the Mills are fast and furious. Pa, 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 pa. Dirty. Then he's put his hands behind his back. Oh my days! Then he's put his hands away from behind his back and he's just sped up, like the speed is crazy. They've gone into, I don't know how fast, really fast. and then he's got into another incredible backspin. Oh no, that's it. I didn't come out of the into bridge. I came up into a head spin, backspin into head spin. Yeah, and then I got up. I hit about a good two. That was good for me then. Yeah. When he came up out of his backspin, not his backspin now from the windmill, he's gone up into tick head spins. I've never seen tick head spins controlled like that before. Yeah, masterful, like pat, 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 pat. Couple of doubles in the middle, like zzz, pat, 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 pat. Zzz, then he's left it hands free for a while, and he's picked up so much speed, he's wiped out. But he's just like it's nothing, and he's just stood up. The place went nuts. I've just gone, what the fuck? I've gone up to him like, yo, I gotta take my burning. Yeah, real man takes his burning, yeah? Like, yo, yeah, I got burnt, man. He goes, you know you got burnt, right? You know you got, I goes, yes, I know. I'm not saying. He goes, yo, you talk funny, man. I goes, I'm from England, yeah? And I said, what? You England? Yeah, I'm not, no, bro. England, over the sea, like with the Queen and that. He was like, oh, shit. And basically, he left then. We wasn't like exchanging numbers or nothing like that or whatnot. We just departed and whatnot. And then one day I was in my school now I'm in like high school out there, and there he was at lunch. I saw him over across the table and I went up to him and tried to be his friend basically, and eventually, you know, he let me be his friend, and then we started hanging out and breaking together, and I joined his crew with Augie and Tito, rest in peace Tigo, love you sir. Wanda, you're part of the crew too, you done know. So he was a very big influence on me with hip hop as well. He also was into the rapping and the music as well. He knew a DJ named Professor Paul. He's local Brooklyn dope DJ as well, and he was into scratching and stuff. So yeah, powerful. We spent a good time. I mean, you know, one of the stories at the times you talk about what was it like for you growing up. One of the things was we can't keep practicing in your house. There's not enough room. We need more room to do things and do things. Let's practice at the gymnasium at school. Why can't I practice at the gymnasium at school? Because he's banned from the gymnasium at school because he don't turn up, because he's such a great gymnast, yeah, that the coach is mad at him because he don't turn up, yeah. But he's on this breaking thing, and when it comes to flips and somersaults, he could have been a world-class gymnast. Anyway, he says, yeah, there's this place called Huddy Gym, and it's in Sheepshead Bay or something like that. Basically, it's white boy territory, yeah? And it's quite a long way, but he's like, I'm like, all right, let's go there. We can practice in the gym. On the way there now, we get off the bus. Almost as soon as we get off the bus, there's like about 4 or 5 white guys. And they're about, let's say, between 18 and 20, something like that. Actually, late high school or left high school. I'm like 15 now. We're walking and we gotta go that way towards them, yeah? They make a sort of blockade in front of us. Where are you niggas going? Yeah? Say, oh, we're going to Huddy Gym. Yeah? What the fuck you gonna do in our gym? Yeah? Niggas. Yeah? Goes, oh, we're gonna do breakdancing, blah, blah. Yo, check it. They was like, yeah? Breakdance? Really? Oh, what? Yo, show us, man. Do some breakdancing. I was like, yo, it's the concrete, blah, blah, blah. Do some fucking breakdancing for us. Else you ain't going to no Huddy Gym. Yeah? Powerful went down and broke for them. I was kind of like, fuck them. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Powerful went down and broke for them. And there was like, and you too. And I went down and broke for them. Do you get me? And then we went and Huddy Gym for a bit, but obviously that didn't become an option after that really, because it was too far away anyway. And with that shit going on, you know what I'm saying? Those were the times, Steve. Yeah. That was the moment. But then I came back to England.
So was that a big chunk of 84?
That was a big chunk of 84. So I've come back now, obviously 84, mid 84. So it must have been late part of 83, and then 84, and then mid 84 I'm back. And then things conspire then, and I'm trying to hook up with my old crew Sidewalk and do this thing again, but they've split up and they're kind of warring amongst each other. which unbeknownst to me, obviously, I've not been there, do you know what I mean? And basically all of them were split up, really. And I heard there was a naughty battle between Richie Rich and Michael Forsyth out of Sidewalk that went down at Kiss's Night Spot. I wasn't here, but I heard. But to me, that would have been something to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would have been a proper war. But I'm back and I'm trying to get back with people. As I said, there's no mobile phones, internet and all that. People change numbers and all that, one house phone. You know what I'm saying? Them days. But I managed to hook up with Dennis Charles from Sidewalk. I call him my big brother from Sidewalk. And then I start going, obviously I go to Covent Garden to see who I see and so on. Blah, blah, blah. By the time I didn't see mans, really. I didn't see too many mans. Maybe the time I'd come back, things were popping or whatnot. But then I heard there was something going on. And it was Hammersmith Palais, there was something going on. So I've gone all the way down there on my jacks to Hammersmith Palais, and I've come in there, and I've come in there quite late because I got off the wrong stop, and I've had to walk from fucking Shepherd's Bush almost to Hammersmith, and it was nuts. But anyway, I got there late. But as I got there, there's a big crowd going, so there's a happening going on. And it wasn't like the club was really, really packed, but there was a few people there, but it's all congregated into a happening. And I've come into the happening, and it seems to be a battle going on, and there's loads of people on one side and not so many of people on the other side. And I realise it's one of them all day and all nighter type things where they bring coaches down from North Side to London to the Jam. There was that sort of thing going on when the all nighters and all dayers are going on. Yeah? And it was one of them. So anyway, it was a battle going on. And apparently that side, that had the least side, was a northern crew. Yeah? And I've come in now and I'm watching what's going on, and people don't really know it's me, and I don't really recognize certain people really. I just know there's a crowd going on, there's a happening going on. And now I haven't got my afro anymore, I've cut my hair bald, because now I've come into a new styles that they're busting in New York at the time, which is the short hair with the waves. And that, yeah? That was one of the styles then, the big style then, and I wanted to get waves, so I was on the waves thing then, so my hair was bald and shit, like it is now, trying to get waves. So people didn't know it's me really. So I'm seeing now that London's under the cosh. London's under the cosh. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. Yeah? With the break-in, London was under the cosh. Yeah? The Northerners were giving it. The Northerners were smack 19. They still have a rich pedigree in breaking even to today. Yeah? With their youngsters. Smack 19. It was like they didn't want to go, London didn't want to go in. So I've gone in. I've gone in straight with a front summy into Top Rock like it's nothing. On the one. What? What are you saying? I've gone back summy back into Top Rock like it's nothing. Run down, that's a footwork, dirty backspin, brrr, freeze. What? What are you not saying? Yeah? So anyway, the battle's kicked off, blah, blah, blah. They're doing good, they're good. But I've got such a style. I've named my style, I call it the cheeky cockney. Oi, oi! Yeah? Yes, of course it's influenced by New York and Rocksteady Crew and Dynamic Rockers and whoever else I saw and was influenced by. You know, my musicals and everything, and the ballet dances, everything. But that's what I call it. Yeah? So anyway, the battle's gone down, and at one point, it's getting near the end, the mills have come out. Yeah, the mills have come. It's got to the mills, yeah? So they've done this mill where, one of them's done this mill where he's holding his leg, like his knee, and one leg's like normal straight, but the other one, he's got it bent and he's holding it whilst he's milling. But he's doing it with one hand, but it's really smooth and really nice and really controlled. Yeah? And then he's come into a decent backspin. He's come up on his head and he's done a nice couple of ticks or whatnot, and he's done a freeze. It was really nice. No, I'm not taking the piss. It was really nice. Yeah? Northerners were giving it like, take that in, have some of that. Yeah? But where London's on fire, I've heated them up proper, because after I've gone down the first time, they've come back. Man like Danny Francis from the Zulu Rockers has recognised me. He's gone, it's Dolby, Dolby. I'm like, yeah, it's me, yeah, give it to them. And he's filled me in on what's going on. Do you see what I mean? And the battle's on.
Yeah, yeah.
So, as he's gone down and done that, they man must have thought it's over. Yeah? You think it's over, it's not over. Yeah? That's when I've come again, top rocking, and this is where I get them. Yeah, it's the tops. You get them from the tops, like I told Halleck. You get them from the tops. Yeah? Because it's musical. That's where you get a chance to really be musical. Now don't get me wrong, high level breaking, the mad things you do on the music, that's the height of it. You see what I mean? The more mad things you can do on music, obviously that's a higher degree of breaking. But you gotta be on the music when you're top rocking now. Come on now. Yeah? Anyway, that's just me. But I've done that, done another back summy into footwork. Yeah? And proceed to footwork, and I've gone into some mills. These mills now, I'm trying to do a powerful, I'm trying to do blur mills. And around that time I had them. I was proper electric when I came back from practicing with powerful. Proper electric. Yeah? The things I learned from him and with him. Proper electric. My summies and all that nutso. My mills and all that nutso. My head spins were getting nutso, but I wouldn't say they were total nutso, but they were getting nutso. My footwork was delicious, vinyl. Yeah? The twisting, well, come on now. Swipes were, oh, come on now. Yeah? Alright? So I had a few little things. But I've just gone into mills. And I've gone blap, 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 straight away, nutsacks, yeah? And I'm just going for speed. And then I've gone cross nutsack, yeah? Then I've gone proper handcuffs, blah, 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 blah. And then from the handcuffs, I haven't even unhandcuffed, I've gone into backspin. Like, and I'm riding it, getting the ride and everything, yeah, so it looks beautiful and pretty, oh so pretty, yeah, right? And then I've come up into a pop-up, like boom! That's the first time man has seen the pop-up. I didn't invent the pop-up, I got that from Powerful. Powerful showed me the pop-up. I got the pop-up from Powerful. But I'm now crewless. Crewless in London town. It's all so much. But I'm trying to form a crew, but I'm hanging with mans. I did shows with Capricorn and Sidewalk. I did even do a show with Fripkin, with Duke. Yep, MC Duke. Before he was MC Duke. I did the shows with him in those days, or whatever. You just trying to get in where you fit in and get back on the scene, not having a crew, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Smack 19 come up to me after I've gone up to them like, yo, you know the battle's over type thing, you don't know already. They come up to me all peace-ski and love-ski, that mutual B-boy respect earned in the circle of fire where mans get bunned, yeah? Where certain mans can't even get a look in over man's shoulders, where certain man is too shook to enter in anything real, yeah? He goes, yo, you Dolby innit? You Dolby? Yo, at first we didn't recognize you, yeah, because you cut your hair off, yeah, and it's all bored now, Dolby. But yo, before, oh, that's Dolby. As soon as you went down, he's like, oh, that's Dolby. Da, 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 da. Yo, that's like, you know what I'm saying? And then after that, I hooked up with Danny Francis, and now he's saying to me, like, come be part of things and showing me things and whatnot. And I'm hooking up with the Zulu Rockers, and they've asked me to be on a TV show, which is the one you see of me talking on a BBC daytime talk show. They had a little special about the breaking, the hip hop thing. To talk about, asked me to talk about the thing. Come talk about the thing, Dolby. You know about the thing, Dolby. You've been to America and you know about the thing. Come talk about the hip hop thing. And that's what you see me talking on. That's on my YouTube Click Clack channel. I'm sure people have seen and aware of, and you'll be able to find or whatnot. That's one of the things in between the days of Sidewalk, London AllStar Breakers. But I wanted to form a crew, I wanted a crew, but I wanted to form a crew of mainly breakers now, because I was in a crew of all poppers and I was the only breaker. I wanted to form a crew of all breakers so we could basically do what I like to do in breaking, which is try to be really good and pushing this thing and try to be good and have battles and try to burn somebody and to be somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then lots of things happen from there. Well, first recruit obviously was Dennis Charles. Even though he's not a breaker, he's just my man and an elder brother that I always listen to and for advice and whatnot and guidance with this showbiz thing, this dance thing and whatnot, you know what I mean? So he was in the crew and he showed me, you know, Danny Francis, as I said, and then Danny's brother is Flipski.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him break, I was like, yep, he's in the crew. He is so good. The fabulous fresh flying Flipski, to answer certain people's questions out there. I read the boards, I see what's going on, I hear the street news, yeah? If there's a man that could burn me, I reckon Flipski, on any given Sunday, if me and Flipski battled, it could go either way.
Yeah.
And I feel no way. And if anyone says, well, actually, Flipski was better than you, Dolby, I'd feel no way to argue with them about that. That's how I felt about Flipski, yeah? Special T, he's just a beautiful breaker. I think he lacked a bit of confidence in his breaking sometimes, but I thought he was really good and he had some really beautiful things, but he wasn't that type of breaker guy, where a battle guy. He was more a guy that used to like to share knowledge with people and meet people and, you know, share things with people and give advice, and, you know what I'm saying? That sort of a dancer. Tried to make it though as something where after a while it got that way, where I saw it that it could be something that anyone who's good enough could be a London All-Star. And I did want to recruit certain people, like Cupmaster was in the car. We talked about that. No, Cupmaster. We did not battle, ever, yeah? But I did see you. T showed me you. And he said, there's this kid named Johnny. Whatever, he's got some wicked mills, Dolby, blah, blah, blah. And I saw you, and I liked you. You did have wicked mills, yeah? Wicked mills. Nice backspin as well, and makings of a great headspin. And I thought you was good, and I wanted you to be a London All-Star. But you turned me down, Johnny. You broke my heart, Johnny. Yeah? You said, no, I'm Crash Crew Dolby. Yeah? It's like, well, okay then, Johnny. Another man was Little Wiz. Yeah, who was became Live to Break after that. The kid is young, he was so dynamic, so full of potential. I really wanted him to be a London All-Star. I was like, hey kid, you're really good or whatever. And he was like, thanks. And then I was like, hey, you could be a London All-Star, you know? You want to be a London All-Star, kid? He was like, nah, I'm Live to Break. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Shocked the shit out of me, and I was proper fucking jealous, but but hey, okay, all right. Yeah. But yeah, that's London All-Stars. And then obviously I said Danny Francis, I said Minnie Mills, I said Special T, RIP Special T. Special T wasn't Sidewalk, Special T was WizKids. But Sidewalk and WizKids in the early days did a lot of shows together. Yeah? He was really WizKids with the Witter Brothers. The Witter Brothers were really WizKids, and Special T and the Witter Brothers was really the WizKids. They went on tour with Nutriment. Yeah? I was sidewalking, they were WizKidding, but because they knew Richie Rich and Richie Rich lived near the Witter Brothers, they had a practice spot, such a beautiful practice spot. Check the practice spot. Crystal Palace Sports Centre, the squash courts. Yes, the same ones they used to have the Olympics at and all that. That's where we used to train.
Why did you call it London All-Stars?
I think it was actually Flipski that came up with the name. He says it's me, but I think it was him. We was trying to come up with loads of names, yeah? And one day we was all in there like, we really got to get a name because we got shows and stuff, and we got to, you know, have something to put up and whatnot. From Flipski saying it, I think one day he's gone, let's call ourselves the London All-Stars. And there was lots of All-Stars this back then. There was All-Stars whatever back then. That's quite a common name for lots of types of things, wasn't it? But to call ourselves the London All-Stars, Flipski was looking at Converse All-Stars at the time he said it, with a smile on his face, yeah? And I was like, you saw it from there, and we all burst out laughing and that, yeah? And then we was like, but no, that'll work, London All-Stars, and we all agreed, London All-Stars.
And that's where it come from.
And that's where it come from. Yeah.
What Dolby, what tracks were getting you fired up back then?
Pervez mentioned one for the treble, two for the bass. Come on, Dolby D, let's rock this place. Yeah, that was my joint. That was one of the ones I really loved and really wanted to own at the time. So at the time, I think why he would remember it, and I think a lot of people may remember it with me, is because I would sing it loudly and I'd insert my name. Dolby D, you are the best. bun them mans cause you're the boy fresh. Yeah? I'd just be giving it large on the floor, looking for a battle, coaxing man for it.
When did you carry it on till?
Well, 85 now, as I said, you know, the London All-Star thing's going nuts and nothing's happened then. I could go on, but cutting a long story short, a lot of the TV with London All-Stars led because of the trip to New York for the competition, and I think it was the second championships that they had in New York, which was the first Swatch Watch Championships, and we won the international section, which led us to a lot of coverage, a lot more shows, and so on. Which leads me to another thing I want to clear up and really get across here with regards to my story and my history. There's the whole second to none. The whole second to none documentary. And they asked me to be a part of the documentary, yeah? But I'm not too happy in the way it came out in the documentary. I don't think that really portrayed the real story of the real connection that I have with second to none. And I'd like to clear that up. Here's the story, yeah? Back in the days, 85, big London All-Stars, it's all going off. We've got a show in Bournemouth. That's where second to none are from. I don't know second to none then. We've just got a show in Bournemouth, yeah? We go do the show in Bournemouth. In the dressing room, Paul Oakenfold and the crew, and King B wasn't in the crew then. King B came in a little later, yeah? That's why he's only in Electro Arc when you see the TV appearances, but he came in later. It's just really me, Flip, T, and Milton, yeah? But anyway, we've got the show, and in the dressing room now, Paul Oakenfold is doing the okey doke thing. He was such a laugh, yeah? And he's winding us up. And he's going, yeah, Dolby, you know you were sidewalk crew and all that, yeah? You used to be the man there, but it's different now, innit? It's London All-Stars, innit? Yeah? I wonder who's the best now. Who's the best of you guys now, yeah? Alright? So everyone's got fired up like, yeah, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, yeah? Alright? So Milton goes, I'm the best because I'm the most powerfulest. Yeah? Alright? Flipsky goes, no, Team Special T goes, well, you know me already. I'm special, yeah? I'm the best, yeah? Alright? Flipsky goes, you know I'm the fabulous fresh flying Skipsky. I'm the best, yeah? Alright? And then at the time a certain song was actually playing, yeah? And then I've gone with the song, I'm simply the best, better than all the rest, better than. As we're going out now to the show to get ready to get on stage. You see what I'm saying? And basically a battle went down between the London All-Stars with this show. We said we're going to do the show, do the routine, and at the end we all kind of jam it out to give the people their money worth one after the other. London All-Stars are having a battle amongst themselves, showing off for Paul Oakenfold, the manager. Only these people know about what's going on in this show. Everyone's come to watch this show in Bournemouth, at this big club in Bournemouth with a beautiful, lovely floor. We was on the dance floor doing the show, not a stage. There's a famous picture I have on Facebook where I'm in a swipe, and you can see the crowd. That's from the show. Guess who I got that picture from?
Who?
Second to none took that picture. But anyway, I've jumped again time. Let me go back to the moment, yeah? London All-Stars are having a battle. We said we'll jam it out to the end, yeah? We're jamming it out one after each other. I think I'm killing them, yeah? I reckon I'm killing them. Then I do this head spin. The head spin, I just came out, did a bit of top rock, and I just went into the head spin. This is one of the best head spins I've ever done in my whole entire life, yeah? And I've just gone in. I knew it was a fast floor, yeah? But I knew, yeah, it was a fast floor. That if I went in too fast, I just got boop and I wouldn't be able to control it. But if I go too slow, I wouldn't get a great spin, so I had to time it really right. So I'm going in bare head as well, yeah? I've gone in like boom, nice and easy, and I've just kicked it off, and it's just going, and it's just going, and it's going, and I'm, oh my god, it's going. I'm thinking in my mind, oh my god, it's still going, it's still going, oh, it's going, it's just like that, yeah, and it's still going, oh, it's still going, oh shit, oh my head's burning, oh my head's burning, I'm gonna put myself down, and I put myself down, As I put myself down, a London All-Star on each side of me has grabbed my hand for the final bow. You don't know, I murked it. Dance done, yeah? That day I got it, let's put it that way. I got the highlight of the show. But because second to none, the story now, going back to way after now, I've stopped breaking in 86 and everything, and I don't even break no more, I've not braked in ages. Now the UK champs have come back, and anything little breaking, I kind of get drawn to it anyway. The few little things that pop up, this thing's happening, I'm drawn to it. But I turned up late, I'm backstage now, second to none there, I've just won the crew of it, yeah? They won American crews as well, they're backstage kicking it over there. The two guys I'm with is chatting to second to none, they're chatting to Nick, and I'm standing right there. Nick's not really, he's saying nothing to me or whatnot, he's chatting to these guys, he knows these guys, yeah? I'm just there, quiet. The rest of them are on the wall, just kicking it. Then Nick's gone, no, then Junk shouted out, "Oi, are you Dolby D?" Yeah? The two guys I'm with, the frenemies, they both looked at each other like, like, how do they know you? Yeah? Haters, that's what I mean, frenemies. If they really knew me, they'd know I'm Dolby D, right? And this shouldn't be no surprise to them. But anyway, it's a surprise to them. They go, it's a surprise to me even. I've gone, yes I am. Yeah? The Nick who's in front of me, he's gone, yo, you're Dolby, London All-Stars. He's gone, oh, then the rest of them have come over to me, a couple of them come, yeah, Dolby, you was at the show in Bournemouth, we was at the show in Bournemouth, Dolby. When you did that wicked headspin, Dolby. From the time I did that show in Bournemouth with that headspin, we've always called it the Bournemouth Headspin Show. From this day, we know it as the Bournemouth Headspin Show. Us in the crew. They said, you did that headspin, Dolby. The headspin, Dolby, was amazing, Dolby. It was the first time you ever seen anyone do a headspin like that. Tony the Pencil was there saying that's the first time I ever seen someone do a headspin like that, Dolby. That day, after the show, yeah, we go to like a VIP section, sign autographs and stuff, have a little chat to the fans. It was like that, trust me. There was a group of guys constantly talking to me and really talking to me about breaking and about the headspin and going on. More than the rest of the All-Stars. We'd all had our thing, but these guys are really going on. To the point where I've had to really apologize, like, guys, I really need to go get a drink and that, you know, I just come from the show. I really need to move on with things or whatever, yeah? That was second to none. They said to me as well at the show when I'm meeting them backstage at that first UK Champs, Dolby, that's when we decided, no, Dolby, that was like around summer holidays or whatever. When we came back to school, we were still talking about it. Tony the Pencils told me then that, Dolby, I started spinning a pencil on the table in school to understand how you could stay up there like that vertical. Yeah, that's why they call me Tony the Pencil, Dolby. Yeah? But that didn't come out in the documentary. That's why I wanted to come out in the documentary. That's why I wanted to get to film. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it didn't come out. Yeah? But that's what I wanted to come out. That's the real connection. And they're telling me this. And then then Junk says, we got pictures of that show of London All-Stars. And that's the picture of me doing the swipe at the show at the Bournemouth. And that's the connection. And I'm trying to connect the dots with people and breaking in the real scene, how I see it and how I feel I fit into it all. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. A hat on my head and my name ain't Kango. Muscles on my body but my name ain't Rambo. Gold on my neck but don't you call me Mr. T. But if you want a fresh rhyme you can call Dolby D. D for devastating, O for operating, L for lady loving, B for bite hating. Why? Because I'm a cool fly guy and I'll be fresh till the day I die. Fun! Yeah?
Dolby, I've got a few little questions. I want to quickly run
Quick
through
fire
them.
ones. All right, Stevie.
Can you tell me about the Kappa tracksuits?
The Kappa tracksuits came from the Whiz Kids when they were on tour with Nutriment. Nutriment is the man who, to me, did the first British hip-hop, classic hip-hop record.
London
which
Bridge
is
is
London
Falling Down.
Bridge is Falling Down.
Yeah.
You can class it as electro as well, but it's also got rapping as well. It's the first British hip-hop classic. There was other records as well before that, don't get me wrong, but to me, that's the first British hip-hop classic, and it's a big record, and I love it.
Yeah,
and big shout-outs to Sir Drew. Sir Drew, rocking the beatbox. Sir Drew, just one more time. Sir Drew, just one more time.
I've got a few little questions from people that I know wanted to ask you. Martin Bratz, yeah, I think you know Martin.
Yeah.
Have you? Oh, sorry.
We've met.
Actually, he put the question across about have you ever broken any bones from dancing?
Well, funny story with that is, I haven't actually broken any bones, but I got broken really bad because when I actually went to meet the Whiz Kids and that, the same ones with the Kappa tracks, to hook up with T again because he was a link to them and he is one of them. I was so excited to meet them again and show them what I've got. Yeah? That I've come off the bus and I've gone in front of the bus and I've come straight out in the road. As soon as I've come straight out in the road, there's a car coming right there and it's hit me, bam! And I've gone up in the air and I'm upside down and I've hit the road and again, blam! And I'm totally mashed. The car must have been going about 40, yeah? It wasn't no speed limit 30 then, yeah? And it was my fault, yeah, but I was proper mashed up. And I was just on the side, just like couldn't move and that. And then the guy took me to the hospital and I called T from the hospital, like, you gotta meet me in hospital. And he was like, what? You was just meant to be on your way to me to show me the dope things. I'm in hospital, like proper mashed up, but they x-rayed me and everything and nothing had broken, but I was pretty mashed up.
Right, I've got another question from Steve Blackman. Would you sell your Savannah Puma that you wore in '85?
No, I wouldn't sell it, and I never would sell it, but I tell you what though, I auctioned it off for charity at the first UK Hip Hop Honours Awards. Big up man like Nico Day and all the peeps at the UK Hip Hop Honours Award that honoured London AllStars for our contribution to the scene, basically, and I accepted that on their behalf for the crew.
Dolbs, I've got another one for you. Martin as well, another one from Martin. Puma States or Adidas Superstar?
Puma States because they're more comfortable, and they're more comfortable basically, but Adidas shows are cool, but Puma Suede's because they're more comfortable.
Howard, when you done Blue Peter, did you get a Blue Peter badge?
Everyone who does Blue Peter gets a Blue Peter badge.
And have you still got the badge?
No, I haven't.
Right.
My mum's got it. Actually, my mum's got it.
From Colin, from TNT Rockers.
Oh yeah.
Who did you rate as a b-boy that you think he could have been better than Dolby?
Yes, Colin. Big up and bless up. Let me give Colin a little story. Colin, do you remember the story of Kisses when we met TNT Rockers? Yeah? And I was sitting there minding my own business, chatting to a young lady, and you guys decided to go out on the floor and break. I think you made the mistake of breaking to Davey D. Yeah? One for the treble. And I had to say, excuse me, but I've just got to handle some b-boy business right here. And I had it with you guys. But anyway, real b-boy, that's how I know him back then.
Hold on.
Flipski.
So
To answer his question, Flipski.
Flipski.
Flipski, if anything, would demand I could say that could burn me. Possibly.
And you had respect for TNT Rockers as well, wasn't it?
I had respect for everyone. Just because I want to battle you and I want to burn you, don't mean it's disrespectful. In fact, if I do want to battle you, I'm looking for you and I want to burn you, that's to me real b-boy respect. Do you know what I'm saying? That we should duel and do battle and really test our skills. That's real b-boy respect, and I respect a b-boy that seeks me out and does that. I respect DJ Business, who when King B flapped the battle with the Dolby because the Dolby's glow was just too bright for him, yeah? Business stepped up to the plate for Lift the Break in London town, like, no, someone's got to put an end to Dolby D's tyranny, yeah? He cannot rule London town like this. I won't have it. Something's got to be done about it, yeah? I respect that and salute that, Business.
Listen, it's 2 in the morning, so we
I know it's been a long time,
so listen,
but it's been a special, and there's much more, but that's been the core.
It's been unbelievable. I mean, we could even go on for another 5-6 hours.
We could.
We've been going for like 5-6 hours already, but we could go for another 6. But listen, we'll have to wind it up before. I'm hoping you're going to do a little track for us at the end of this, if that's possible. But before we do that, you got to give some shout outs if you can, or just do a little.
Well, the shout outs always hard because you're racking your brain.
Yeah, of
then
course,
if you miss someone.
yeah.
But that's why I've tried to do shout outs along the way.
Exactly, that's what.
Yeah, I tried to do shout outs
I was
along the
doing
way.
the shout outs.
Right now, obviously, I want to shout out my SE peeps, my SE soldiers,
Yeah.
who I see all the time. I want to shout out man like Sound Killers, Merkles, River J. I want to shout out mans like Javan, you done know. Man like Fraggles, obviously. Man like Two Way. Yeah. I want to shout out mans I've been working real closely with and getting to know. Mans like Leon, the masterer. Man like Simba for hooking me up with man like Bboy Digital from Alaska Studios. Yeah. That I'm working on with the new tracks with that I'm coming out with in January. Because it don't stop. It don't quit. I'm on it. Who else can I say? I think I've shouted out a lot of people along the way. Big up to yourself, All City Steve. I told you it was a
Thanks,
good
man.
idea. I told you it was a good idea. What is all this rubbish about this is the last one? You're going to turn me into the bad guy. Here's me doing a nice thing to lay down some mystery. You turning me into the bad guy.
That's like the marketing.
Oh, is it a marketing ploy, was it, yeah?
You know them.
Nah, you don't stop, Steve. You know you got much more to go. A lot more interesting people, especially from the real core pool of old school hip hop, getting history and stuff, let alone the diverse people you do meet in the cab, from actors to other different types of musicians and stuff. So
no, that's right.
yeah, keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Because
to Soup Supreme, yeah. I'm on a track with Soup Supreme as well, coming out in the new year.
Oh, are ya?
Done know. Oh yes, I'm on this thing. I told you, big things coming in 2018. Trust, click clack connection is getting connected all over the place.
Dolby, listen, all I can say, it's been an absolute honour.
Thank you. It's been an honour and a
seriously,
pleasure for me too.
and I know it's late, and I know you've non-stop chatted for like 4 or 5 hours, but it's been unbelievable history.
Thank you, sir.
And I'm hoping, if that's all right with you, we can do a little exclusive, like a track on the thing.
Okay, let's get an exclusive
Shall we
going. Then. Of course, I'd love to do an exclusive.
Should we end it with an exclusive?
Let's end it with an exclusive.
All right, let me pause this. We're going in for a version excursion, an exclusive,
Okay.
and this is Dolby's new track. What's this called?
Basically, this one is called 21 Gun Salute. I've got a 12-inch coming out. It's going to be on digital also. But basically, a 12-inch coming out, and the A-side is featuring none other than MC Mello and MC Blade. Yeah?
Nice.
So basically, I'm going on sinister and dark.
You
I'm
know
going independent to totally eclipse you with my art. Say what? Yes, to totally eclipse you with my art. Basically, yeah. But this is the B-side, yeah. And basically, I wrote the lyric quite a long time ago, Channel U days actually, because I saw that the kids were doing this grime thing back then. The kids, I say, was doing this grime thing back then, and it's basically I wanted to play too. So I wrote it in that sort of. In that genre, you could say, even though I do many different types of styles and genres. I wrote it then I found some new music to put it on recently, and this is the B-side.
Let's hear it, Dol.
Yeah. Sending this one out, you don't know, SK, Bboy Digital, my engineer. I want to keep you forever, Bob, yeah? Leon on the mastering, Master Lee Manchu, but you don't know it's Dolby, and I'm going on blatantly, man. Click, clack, 21 gun salute. For the girls that's fitting cute. 21 gun salute. When I pull, I ain't scared to shoot. 21 gun salute. Girl, push out your titty, push out your booty. 21 gun salute. I'm just an SE soldier doing my duty. Don't stop till my clip is empty. Loaded, locked and ready. The things out here are messy, so I'ma blast this ras. Yeah, man going on stink. Right into the feds, quicker than you blink. Trying to push man to the brink. What should I do? What do you think? Should I chill and spark a zoo? Laugh it off and right off my boot. Or lace my boots, jump in the coop. Show him I'm a vet, not a new recruit. Cause he's mistaken man for youth. I might have to reveal the truth, and not just in the recording booth. 21 guns salute. It's a shot like you live in Beirut. 21 guns salute. Man, bust a shot like you live in Beirut. 21 guns salute. For the girls in the minis and the girls in the cat suits. 21 guns salute. Bitch better have all my loot. No IOU, it's COD. Sing that song like Khalees and Dirty. I got your money, don't you worry. Dolby, cause I ain't got 21 seconds to go. I got 21 shells to blow. No time for 21 questions. Time for 21 weapons. 20 in the clip, 1 in the chamber. That adds up to danger. 21 knives on my possession. Shawshanked with no redemption. 21 ropes for the lynching. Cause I don't give a smidgen. Ain't scared of you, ain't scared of prison. Yeah, what? Listen to that. Gotta skin it out like you're sitting on a roof. Man bust a shot like you live in Beirut. For the girls that make the horn toot. When we draw, there'll be no more dispute. So raise your foot, show me your boot. Load, aim, cock and shoot. And give me a 21 gun salute. I ain't a role model, ain't a hero. Good fellow, like De Niro. You get thumbs down in Panero, like Neo in the Matrix. I need guns, lots of guns. Black or chrome or two-tone ones. Big guns that require both hands. Tiny ones in my Timberlands. I don't really give a damn. All I wanna hear is pum pum. Keep them clean so they don't jam. Mans don't understand.